then that one day we would have
After Earth.
way too much information about the Smith family and Jaden Smith posting is what we see real if our eyes aren't real?
It's the Industrial Revolution.
What a choice they have made with the previews selected for this DVD so far.
Oh my god. Why all the slow-mo for trailers?
The negatives?
Yeah, the negatives are also a choice. Author of Bob Honey, Who Just Do Stuff. Weird.
That had James Carville in the end screen.
I don't know, you want to try to go to it?
OnlyKingsmen.com.
I don't know where the
Oh my god.
It redirects to SonyPictures.com.
God, what a moment in time.
So weird. Babe, I don't know where the remote to the DVD player is.
What a moment in time.
I just heard a child.
Wow. Oh, thank God.
They showed us 3 previews for Pursuit of Happiness, All the King's Men, and Click.
Oh my God. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I already hate it.
Oh, and there's even a button to go back to the previews.
Oh my God.
In case you were like, no, I need them to run again.
Okay.
God.
Are we ready for this experience?
No, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Like, maybe I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Let's make sure that we have the subtitles on so that we can see him spell out APPLE.
Oh my God.
Thank you. All right, let's play the movie. Oh, why?
Also, didn't that one come first?
Yeah, but the movie came out after. They did the Da Vinci Code first. What was the point of that?
Soon to go into production.
So they literally hadn't even made it or anything.
Did they end up making it? I don't remember.
Yes, they did. Remember, they made 3.
God.
They made
How?
Angels and Demons and the Inferno, I think was the 3rd one.
Okay, Dante.
Dante Brown.
Ew. Hated that.
Okay, hang on. I'm so sorry. But literally before we even start, I needed to take ibuprofen. Because this movie is already giving me a headache.
I'm just preparing.
Does anybody else want some? Oh, shit. Okay. I like that sigh. This is 2.5 hours long. Oh my God.
This has the same vibes as when we realized there was still like an hour and a half left in fall and they were on top of the tower and we were like, how are they going to do this?
Fuck else
How are
could
they going to do
happen?
this for an hour and a half?
You got this, girl. You can do it. Is that how Dan Brown felt when he was writing the novel?
I'm
Said
sure
that
he
to
said
him?
you got this girl to himself a bunch of
I'm
times.
sure he did. I have an eyelash in my eyeball now. I think this movie is cursed. Count the production companies.
We're already on like 3 and Columbia is one of them, so this should not be happening.
Great. The Da Vinci Code. Okay. Why is he running like that? I'm sorry.
Stay together, cheeks. Stay together.
So just in case you were wondering, this is a museum with art in it. Is that Paul Bettany? Why?
You know what?
Okay, those are horrendous subtitles.
Yeah.
Why did they make him albino?
He's albino as well.
Is he
albino?
actually?
Tim, how much of the book do you remember?
Very little.
Apparently, you remember that this character is albino.
You would remember that, to be fair. I was just curious.
Fairly basic.
Is it fairly basic to have an albino character that's evil?
The interpretation of symbols.
Professor of religious symbology? That's not a thing. Does he have a little notebook for his speech?
Can we just call it linguistics? Can you just... this is a thing.
Make it a real thing.
And forensic linguistics is a thing.
Okay, why does he have a little baby microphone that he's holding to talk into? Because that also seems wild.
Are a language that can help us understand our past. As the saying goes, a picture says 1,000 words, but which words?
That's not a saying.
Interpret for me, please, this symbol, first thing that comes to mind, anybody.
Hatred, racism.
They would disagree with you.
I'm sorry.
Hatred,
The same person
racism,
yelled out,
Ku Klux-
hatred, racism.
Ku Klux Klan.
Like she was giving the explanation of a lifetime. She was like, hatred, racism.
Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, also, who says that and not KKK? Who says Ku Klux Klan? Because that is a mouthful,
It
by
is
the
a
way.
tongue twister.
Every time I have to teach it
Yeah,
and say it, it is annoying as hell because it is like a mouthful.
yeah.
You're not choosing to say that.
No.
Hatred,
Racism.
racism.
There they are, robes worn by priests. Now, this symbol, anyone?
Evil. La fourche du diable.
What? That is so clearly...
It's a trident.
That is so clearly like not the version of it that is used by the devil. That is like Poseidon.
It's just a trident. In what world does anyone see that? Anyone, and I mean anyone, and go evil,
Evil.
evil. It's a fucking fork. Holy shit. This is amazing. Also, I hate that they're using this to make Tom Hanks be like Robert Langdon be like,
no.
actually, you're wrong.
Yeah, especially like the first one doesn't clearly audiences love it when your move is to be like
To belittle them
is to
and
be
tell
like
them how
yes.
stupid they are.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Fucking moron. Actually, what you said is fucking stupid.
Poor Poseidon.
Okay. I'm sorry. But like Greek civilization predates so many things.
Yeah.
Devil's pitchfork.
Evil. The first person just said evil. Just evil.
I have never seen this movie and I have not read enough of the book to have any idea where they were going with this. And I looked at that and I was like, oh, that's like Poseidon's trident.
It's a trident. Like, oh my God. I'm crying. Literally. My eyes are watering.
A symbol of power to millions of the ancients. Now, this symbol.
Madonna and child. Faith. Christianity.
No.
It's the same woman. It's the same woman.
Faith, Christianity. Oh my God. Also, it's just like it's just a baby.
Yeah.
No person would see a statue of a baby and be like, well, obviously that's Mary and Jesus. There are no other indications that flag that as Christianity.
Also,
Holy shit.
also, Well, I mean, yes, you could technically, I guess, go pagan with it. Even pagans would say Egyptian here.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
even
that's not
pagans would be like, it
pagan.
is specific
It's
to
Egyptian.
a region. Yeah.
Holy mother of God, this is. We're like, I think 2 minutes into this. This is unbelievable. How did this sweep the nation? I mean, okay. Faith, Christianity. Okay. I just need. This one woman really, really, really.
I've never
Wants
been as
to
excited
impress
about
him.
anything as this woman is to be there.
Do you think this woman is going to be
Faith, Christianity,
like
evil, racism.
She
Hatred.
can't be, right? Because he's spent her entire existence on screen so far being like, you're wrong and stupid and you should feel bad.
But
Is that the woman?
It feels like the person's going to come up to him after.
You're saying that's the woman? The woman?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Centuries before Christ. Understanding
The
our
murmur spreading through the crowd.
actively our ability to understand the present. So, how do we sift truth from belief?
So the swastika
Mm.
would be the best example for
Yes.
the point that he was trying to make.
Absolutely it would. And
Because
he's not even going
that-
to talk about it.
That is the one that the majority of people would say Nazi,
Yeah.
and then you can say evil, hatred, racism, Nazi. And then you can be like, actually, this is an ancient symbol that
Buddhist
has
and
a
Hindu
positive
cultures, yeah.
meaning, and it predates, by blah blah blah.
And
And he just throws that up on the screen with no explanation.
As a World War II aficionado,
oh my God.
one of the American, the divisions have patches. There was an American division that had a swastika as a patch pre-World War II that they got rid of.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, but
Because of the Buddhist and Hindu symbols, yeah.
well, it's also a Native American symbol.
That's true, yeah.
So it was an American army patch because of its connection to Native America. But yeah, that could have been exactly what he got people.
But that's what I'm saying is like that would be the best example. And he threw up 3 fucking god awful
The
examples.
first one was fine.
What was the first one you read? Oh, sure, I guess. But that's still a worse example than the swastika. That is like the best example for this
Well, because
point
the
that he's
swastika
trying to
also
make.
gives you some examples of in context. Like for, I know, Buddhist and Hindu cultures, and I think if I remember correctly, indigenous cultures as well. Like the whole reason why he showed it rotating is that the placement of it is
Yeah,
very
no, the
specific and very
position is
important.
different.
Right, yeah.
But
So that would be like if he's trying to make the point that it all depends on how you look, like what cultural lens you're perceiving it from. Hands down, dude, that's what you do.
I'm just saying that's the best example. And instead of using that example, he used really fucking weird examples and then just threw that up on the screen with no explanation.
I feel like the director should have lingered on the images just 2 or 3 seconds longer to allow the audience in the theater.
I couldn't even see what the fuck the first one was. It just looked like a statue that has
Cloth.
Yes.
Yeah.
and then that one woman just screamed hatred, racism. I was like, wait, what? I'm so confused.
Yeah, I feel like there was a missed opportunity to allow the audience
Yeah.
to try and come up with a word before having the audience in the movie just instantaneously throw out the anticipated wrong answer.
I just can't get over the last 2 that he used instead of the swastika. So
Let's see what he says about the peace symbol.
How do we write
he's
our
not going to.
personally or culturally, and thereby define ourselves? How do we penetrate years, centuries of historical distortion to find original truth? Tonight, this will be our quest.
Okay, well that's directly antithetical to everything that he just showed.
Think I already gave Michael an A-.
Oh my god.
Very good. Professor, I'm Lieutenant Colin from the CPG, a kind of French FBI.
Oh my god.
Could you take a look at this photo, please?
Can we get like when we're done with this, can we look that up and see how utterly wrong it is? A kind
You're
of
assuming
French
it
FBI.
exists.
That's true. None of this is real, so.
In French, I hoped, considering your expertise and the markings on the body, you might assist.
I already can't. He comes to a book signing and is like, here's a picture of a dead man. Can you help me with this case?
There you go.
No sidebar, no anything, just
I'm obviously busy.
He just walks right up. He's in
look
public signing
look at the
people's
line of
books.
people clutching their books
Oh
in
my
this shot.
God. This is unbelievable.
Excuse me a moment.
The hair is really, really
We're
awful.
supposed to have drinks with him earlier this evening. Yes, we know. We found your name in his daily planner. He never showed. I waited for over an hour. Why would someone do this to him?
They knew that he had plans with this dude, so they showed up and handed him a picture of a dead dude he knew.
But what you see in the photograph is what Sonia did to himself.
Rector, omnes quatuor sunt mortu,
Is that Latin?
sodales et ipse domus manus.
Mm-mm.
I'm just waiting for the Latin so you can get mad.
Suis quisque oculis.
It's related. It's all up in the Romance languages.
Omnes domus manus.
That's not Latin.
Hic est. Parisi, rector. Celatos
Italian? Lector?
Probably, given the context.
It would be my stare for Latin.
Will you turn that down just a hair? The light, I mean. I'm blinded.
Sadly,
That's it? That's its only mode?
that is as low as it goes now.
This was necessary? Does it need to go back up?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay.
Religion.
How long is this scene going to be?
I mean, you were the one that was like, Dan Brown is weirdly horny.
Yeah, well, this isn't horny. This is just self-flagellation, and I don't need to see
Oh.
it.
I am not thinking it's horny, but I think Dan Brown thinks it's horny.
That's fucking weird.
I think Dan Brown is into this.
I don't like that. Was this necessary?
Capitaine Fash is waiting for you.
Another thing I just want to like with the hair is that this is a book.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he's portraying a real person and needed to have a sort of very specific hairstyle.
Unless they said, but I don't think what he has would be any kind of really specific described hairstyle in a book or anything.
Even so, If as long
Like, it doesn't look like Draco Malfoy hair, right? Like, where
Yeah.
it was super specific.
but no, I'm saying even like the style,
Yeah.
it's awful.
Yeah.
And why did they do this?
Poor
And
Tom
why?
Hanks.
I know. Well, I mean, I guess not. He made a lot of money from it. If someone paid me millions of dollars to make an ass of myself, I can't say that I would turn it down.
Mr. Langdon,
Okay, well,
I'm Captain Bismuth.
I feel like we're watching
You like our pyramid?
Mission Impossible
You
again.
like our pyramid?
The scar on the face of Harris. After me, please.
Okay, it's wild also that hair makes him look so much older.
You
Then-
like our pyramid? It's great. It sucks.
I hate it.
Geometric echoes.
Fascinating.
I'm not sure how much help I'm going to be here this evening.
How well did you know the curator?
Not very well. Frankly, I was surprised when he contacted me. Can we take the stairs?
Okay, great. He has a thing about elevators. I bet this isn't going to come back at all.
It would be hysterical if it didn't.
I would die.
Tonight's meeting. Yes. How did he call you? Email. He heard I was in Paris.
Okay.
Had something to discuss.
What? You seem uncomfortable.
Ah, the Grand Gallery. This is where you found the body.
How would you know that?
I recognized the parquet floor from the Polaroid. Unmistakable.
Okay. They just left him there.
You're gone.
I don't think that's traditional protocol.
There's also no one there. There's no like police there that are like
There's no
collecting evidence.
there's no
or-
markers, there's no
There's nothing. They're like, well, this guy's dead, so we should go get the symbologist.
fuck
And
fuck a time of death. Fuck an
also,
autopsy.
why would he even need to see the body? They have pictures of it. Like, why would he need to physically see? This
Also,
dead
if they,
body?
unless they're going to like I'm sure they're going to say something related to, but if it's just the positioning of the body and the fact that he has a pentagram on his chest, like this is the cryptologist equivalent of a meeting that could have been an email. If that's all there is to this,
Also, I don't even. I don't have words.
Many call Opus Dei brainwashing.
Okay, why are there so many people in this?
Conservative
It's
Christians
the Da
seduce
Vinci
society.
Code.
Is that Daniel Bruhl?
Much less defensive, tacky arguments. Press continues
No.
to be harsh with us.
It's not.
We are not.
Right?
I can't tell.
We don't pick and choose which rules to follow. We follow doctrine rigorously.
Does doctrine necessarily include vows of chastity, tithing, and atonement for sin through self-flagellation and the Cilice?
Many of our followers are married. Many of them have families. Only a small proportion.
Are you Googling?
choose to live
I'm
ascetic
looking it up.
lives.
There are some needy.
That will be all, Michael. Thank you. Arigato, sir.
It's not. It does look very much like him, though. I've missed what's happened here.
One of Leonardo da Vinci's most famous sketches.
No way.
And the star on his skin? And its meaning?
No.
The pinnacle is a pagan
Tell me why that's wrong.
It's a pentagram. It needs a circle around it to be a pentacle.
There is a circle around it.
Is there a circle around it? Look,
Around
didn't.
the whole body.
No,
Not unless
that
not-
just makes him the Vitruvian Man.
Yeah, if the circle is part of the Vitruvian Man bit, which it looks like it is, but if they're talking strictly about the symbol on his chest, it's a pentagram. If it's not enclosed in an immediate circle, it's a pentacle if it has a circle around it.
Hey, did you know that the Vitruvian Man is one of Da Vinci's most famous sketches?
Also, can we just talk about how, like, I don't know, maybe I just need to get a better look at it. I don't know that I would be all the way home to Vitruvian Man for this.
No, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
The
I
body
don't
is
think
literally
you
just
would-
laying on the floor, and he's like Vitruvian Man, obviously.
Unless there's
You could say that about any body positioning that's laying on its back with the
unless
arms
there's
and legs.
some kind of like that's why I said I need to get a better look at it. Unless there's like some kind of markings that they've put in there or something, I would
it's
just be like,
Vitruvian Man.
you can't do
But
that.
hey, Vitruvian Man. It's the Vitruvian Man. By the way, the cat is completely face down. He's face down. Okay.
No. The pinnacle before that.
Let's just take a look at this.
I love the spotlight on his groin.
Yeah, there's no circle. And that's
the
it.
very specifically, no, yeah, no, that's not.
I mean, he's just.
I'm gonna wait and see what they say about the devil worship line
He's just
before I get
splayed.
mad. But already the whole drawn in his own blood thing, no.
Also, that kind of just looks like a star.
Yeah, well,
Am I crazy?
no, pentagrams are 5-pointed stars, and in this case they are. I mean, you could argue that they are technically using, I think you can argue Vitruvian Man, or you can argue that they're using him as, like, his body as the pentagram within a pentacle, but basically pentagrams are 5-point stars.
Sure, but that just looks like a star that
Yeah.
you would draw. It doesn't look like. Okay. This is just very dumb.
One of Leonardo da Vinci's most famous sketches.
And the star on his skin?
Pinnacle.
And its meaning?
The pinnacle is a pagan religious icon.
Devil worship.
No. The pinnacle before that. This is
Before?
a symbol for Venus. Represents the
No.
female half of all
You are telling me that Sonier's last act on Earth was to draw a goddess symbol on his chest. Why?
Okay, Cass, tell us why that. She heads back on the couch.
It's the 5 elements. It's got nothing to do with female energy. You can have stuff. There are symbols and icons that definitely have to do with female energy, but the pentagram and the pentacle is not one of them. The only
Also, those don't have anything to do with Greek mythology.
the only
Am
like
I correct in that?
no.
Okay.
Well, I mean, no, as in
Roman
they don't.
mythology.
Yeah, they. I mean, here's the thing: is like in a very tenuous, if you chased that rabbit far enough way, like if you chase that rabbit far enough, it's true that a lot of religions under the pagan umbrella are going to be female dominated goddess centric religions, but not all of them. And
Those
also
also
that does
aren't-
not equate to it being a symbol of the feminine. It's
Those
not.
aren't pagan religions, though, either.
Well, well, in chasing down Greek mythology,
You can't retrofit pagan.
correct.
So
Pagan, so
that doesn't work.
very technically, they're using pagan, and actually, this would be technically correct. This is literary, not religious. Pagan technically grew out of a term that essentially just meant non-believer. So actually, if you were to read Dante's Inferno, the first circle of hell is reserved for what they call virtuous pagans, which are basically people that Dante thought was super cool, who never, for whatever reason, had a chance to be Christian, either because they chose not to be or because Christianity just wasn't around yet. So a whole bunch of Greek philosophers are there because his reasoning is that they...
Okay, well, I don't think that Dan Brown knew
Oh
any
no,
of
Dan
that.
Brown doesn't know any of this. It's very obvious that Dan Brown doesn't know any of this. And
So I don't want to give him that much credit.
Here's the thing. What's so frustrating is there are absolutely symbols of the divine feminine that he could have used that would have been an obvious, clear-cut connection. That's not one of them.
Pentacle, pentagram, Venus,
It is not a symbol of Venus.
divine feminine,
It's got nothing to do with Venus.
pagan.
It's got nothing to do with Venus.
I think that he just picked a bunch of buzzwords and like threw it into a blender.
Which is wild. Because, again, you didn't have to do that.
buzzwords and then didn't even
If he wanted divine feminine symbols that relate to Venus, they're out there. He could have gotten them, and he just didn't.
the matching symbols. He just... Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else we have in store for us.
Obviously, I can't tell you why.
I thought you were a symbologist.
Knows the meaning of this symbol and it has nothing to do with worshiping the devil.
Is that so?
Yes.
Then, what do you make of this?
Oh, draconian devil. Oh, I'm saying. This phrase doesn't mean anything, not to me.
What would you do if you had such limited time to send a message?
Well, I suppose I'd try to identify my killer.
Précisément. Précisément. Sure, professor.
Excusez-moi, commissaire.
Agent Neveu,
Please pardon the interruption.
ce n'est pas le moment.
J'ai téléchargé les photos du crime et j'ai réussi à déchiffrer le code.
Oh,
C'est la suite de Fibonacci.
holy shit. Did you see that? Did either of you see that?
What?
You didn't see it? It said, I received the crime scene JPEG.
Yeah, I saw that.
We received a message on the internet.
I was busy thinking about
There
how they
is-
could have just done that today. They could have just sent those to him and called it a day, and instead they brought him here.
There is not a single person on planet Earth
I got the JPEGs.
that would say, I received the crime scene JPEGs. That is fucking insane. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see anything that happened after that because I was gobsmacked.
I
by
got
the
so
fact-
caught up in being like, so then why did they just send him
the crime scene JPEGs. Why didn't he receive
They
the
just
crime
brought
scene
a random
JPEGs?
civilian to the crime scene instead of sending him the crime scene JPEGs.
JPEGs.
But instead they're going to send an investigator on the case, the pictures, and when she shows up, they're like, I'm sorry, now is not the time.
Now is not the time. Also, again, I just... You know when there's just like 5 million things floating around in your head and you can't get any of them out because it's all too much. I'm rewinding it to see crime scene JPEGs again. I cannot believe. I cannot believe. I think she's the main lady, by the way.
She has to be.
She's got the crime scene JPEGs.
Ce n'est pas le moment.
J'ai téléchargé les photos du crime et j'ai réussi à déchiffrer le code. C'est la suite de Fibonacci. C'est le code que Sonia a déclenché. Le commissariat m'a envoyé ici pour vous donner une explication.
It is the
Les
Fibonacci
chiffres sont
sequence.
des ordres. But before that, I have an urgent message for Professor.
Okay, first of all, where's the director's notes? Like, all right, Tom, you're just going to squat on the floor and sort of mumble to yourself while we go on with the rest of the scene.
Also,
And then, secondly, what did he use? What invisible ink did he have on hand as he was dying to write on the floor? What is this written in?
also, if you are a professor of symbology, if we're accepting that premise, I don't even care if it is out of order. You should be able to look at this series of numbers and immediately be like, that's a Fibonacci sequence.
Okay, so, I'm sorry. I've got so many things. First of all, again, what did he write this with? What are they implying that he wrote this with? It's invisible. They need a UV light to look at it, but he did it while he was dying.
Unless it's luminol and it's his blood.
So he wrote it in blood and then cleaned it up?
Well, unless he didn't clean it up and it's just that it's in a
But if
super
he
dark
didn't clean
corner.
it up, then it would be visible without the light.
You would think so.
No, not you would think so.
They're not using a lot of light.
They're not. Yeah, it's dark in there. So if it's a dark corner and they just for some reason
There's
decided
nothing on the floor otherwise, though.
Rewind it.
I will. Okay. The second thing, and it was very important. Oh, the second thing is clearly Paul Bettany killed this guy and left. because he had time to do all of this shit while he was dying.
Yeah.
It's very extensive and elaborate.
Yeah.
So he had time and there was no one else there. Why did it need to be in a secret code? There was no one else there. Paul Bettany's gone. But he's like, I need to make this encrypted so that
Unless there's something, I assume there's something we don't know yet.
Let the story play out.
I feel like you're giving Dan Brown so much credit that he does not
I
deserve.
assure you.
That is not
I
due.
assure you.
Okay,
As
anyway,
a pagan
I'm
who knows
rewinding
Latin,
it.
I'm not giving Dan Brown anything.
I'm fucking rewinding it to see this floor that has nothing on it.
See, they decided that it was really important to place the spotlight so that they were specifically illuminating this man's crotch. So they're in a section where it's dark. So, I
Sure,
mean, in
but,
theory, he could have written
It's
it.
light enough that you could see on the floor
he
that
could-
there
and-
was blood. There's nothing on the floor.
I don't know, dude.
There's nothing on the floor.
There's nothing on the
Worshipping the devil.
Is that so?
Yes.
Then
There's nothing on the floor.
Oh, draconian devil.
Nothing.
oh, I'm
This phrase doesn't mean anything.
Oh, he has a marker in his hand.
what would you do if you had such limited time to
He has a marker in his hand.
Why does the where would he procure that as he's dying?
Unless he had it already.
He just had an invisible ink marker.
Maybe.
In his jacket, his suit coat.
Okay.
What if he's like a forger or whatever?
He's a museum curator.
Yeah.
He knew he was being chased by that guy, so there may have been a point where as
Well, did he? Because his run was a bit unurgent. Okay.
He had time to get a marker.
No, I reject that.
How do I identify my killer?
Hang on. I'm sorry. I need to. Hang on. I'm sorry. Hang on. We're never going to get through this.
We're going to be here till midnight.
I've got the recording settings, so I've only got 3 hours of recording, so I gotta change that.
What do you make of this?
Okay.
What are you looking for, Michaela?
I just wanted to see what it said that made this guy be like, yeah, exactly. He said the devil killed him. Like, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem that. Wouldn't he just write Satan?
Yeah, I don't think he's talking about Satan.
Wouldn't he just write Satan Lucas?
I don't think he's talking about Satan Lucas. Draconian devil is not the devil.
Satan Lucas.
And lame saint is not relating to Satan.
But is it relating to Satan Lucas?
Oh my god.
Draconian devil. This phrase doesn't mean anything, not to me.
What would you do if you had such limited time to send a message?
The way I'd just be like, have you tried Googling this yet?
Have you actually done any investigative work before just bringing a rando civilian here?
Sure, Professor.
Excusez-moi, commissaire.
Agent Neveu.
Neville.
Pardon l'interruption.
Ce n'est pas le nom.
J'ai téléchargé les photos du crime et j'ai réussi à déchiffrer le
I
code.
can't.
C'est la suite de Fibonacci. C'est le code que Sonia a laissé chercher. Le commissariat m'a envoyé ici pour vous donner une explication.
It is the
Les
Fibonacci
chiffres sont
sequence.
des ordres. But I have an urgent message for Professor Lehman, right?
Pardon me?
I'm Sophie Neveu, French Police Cryptology. Your Vinci Code division.
Do the French police have a cryptology division? Do any police have a cryptology division?
Did she say cryptology or cryptography?
Cryptology.
Cryptology is like cryptids.
Did I hear that wrong?
I'm
Okay. All right. She just knows a lot about Bigfoot. That's okay.
Oh my god.
That's okay. She just knows a lot about Bigfoot.
You said that and I was like, oh, I guess I must have heard it wrong. I didn't. It's cryptology. Ah! beside that point, I don't think that any police
Wait,
department.
I'm wrong. It actually can be. So cryptology versus cryptography is a thing. Cryptology is the study of codes overall, both creating and solving them. Cryptography is the art of creating codes only.
Okay,
So she's okay.
I don't
It's
think
not cryptozoology.
I don't think that any I don't think that any police department has a cryptology division.
I mean, you would have wanted one for like the Zodiac.
Sure, but that's a very specific
That is very specific.
thing that there's no random police
Best I got.
department has a cryptology division. Look up French police cryptology.
French police cryptology. Your industry division. I'm sorry, monsieur. They said it was a matter of life and death. This is the number of your messaging service.
Thank you.
Donc, Sonia semble avoir laissé comme message la suite de Fibonacci.
La suite de
Bonjour, vous êtes bien chez Sophie Neveu. Je suis attendue.
Miss Neveu? This,
Oh no, that's the right number. You have to dial an access code to pick up your message.
but I'm getting.
It's a 3-digit code. It's on the paper I gave you.
You thick-headed moron.
Professor Lender, do not react to you must follow my directions very closely, and above all, reveal nothing to Captain Fash. You're in grave danger.
What the fuck? This is so stupid.
Église Saint-Sulpice?
Professeur, bonsoir. Je dois vous demander de faire visiter l'église ce soir.
Bien sûr, mon père. Si vous pensez que ce n'est pas trop tard. Ou bien demain?
C'est une demande d'un évêque haut placé d'Augustin.
J'en serais tout à fait ravi.
Oh my god.
There's been an accident. A friend. I have to fly home in the morning.
I see.
Is there a restroom I could use? I just want to splash some water in my face.
I just want to splash some water in my face.
It is meaningless.
He just said yes and didn't say anything about where it was, and Tom Hanks's character kept walking.
Is it meaningless?
I'll take another look when I come back.
Sorry.
I really need to go splash water in my face. Wait, why did he crumple it up?
Also, for a dude who was told to not be suspicious, he is being the most suspicious anyone
Well,
has
he's
ever
clearly a dumbass.
Do you have a message from Sonia?
What are you talking about? You have me confused with someone else. I came here
Take
to.
your jacket pocket. Just look. GPS tracking dot. Accurate within 2 feet anywhere on the globe. The agent who picked you up slipped it into your jacket. In case you tried to run. We have you on a little leash, Professor.
Why would I try to run? I didn't do anything.
So, what do you think about the fourth line of text? Fash wiped clean before you arrived. He brought you here to force a confession, Professor Langdon.
Oui. Oui.
Il est toujours à l'intérieur. Il fait quoi là-dedans?
Fash isn't even looking for other suspects, okay? He'll show you guilty. When did Sonia contact?
there's no world where you would find that and be like, oh, well, Robert Langdon did it.
End of story.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote this entire coded message and painted himself up and then just wrote, P.S. Find Robert Langdon.
Didn't write Robert Langdon did it. Didn't write.
He could have written anything, like, to indicate that it was Robert Langdon. That's not just
Find Robert Langdon.
find him and here's all of this code and all these symbols. I'm sorry, this is absolutely moronic. It's moronic.
Today?
Yes.
What time? What time?
Around three.
We call Fash the war. Once he starts, he doesn't stop. He can arrest you and detain you for months while he builds a case.
Miss Dubois.
And by then, whatever Sonia wanted you to tell me will be useless.
Lady, stop it. Just stop. Who are you?
Look at the letters. P.S.
P.S. Postscript.
Stop. Oh, I didn't actually mean to stop it. I actually pressed the stop button and I didn't mean to press the stop button. But the way that they're making him say the most basic common knowledge things as if he is like the most intelligent person on
But did you catch what she said?
P.S. Postscript.
Did you see what she said?
Sure. But that doesn't matter. The fact that
No,
they're
I
giving
think it does, because what that means is that he literally at the end of this wrote, P.S. Find Robert Langdon. And she's like, no, it doesn't
Princess
say for
Sophie
postscript.
find Robert Langdon. But that doesn't matter. So the point that I was saying is that they're giving him all of these lines to say as if Vitruvian Man. It's one of Da Vinci's most famous sketches. Like, no one else has fucking heard of that before. Only the genius art symbologist knows.
It is especially funny given where he is.
Religious symbology.
Postscript.
P.S. Postscript.
Postscript.
Oh my god.
Silly, I know, but I was only a girl when I lived with him. Jacques Sonia was my grandfather.
Wait, I'm sorry. He literally had no reaction to that. There was nothing there. He was my grandfather.
Literally, how bad does everything else have to be for Tom Hanks to be bad?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It takes a really, really specially awful director to
Yeah.
make Tom Hanks look like a bad actor.
Yeah.
And that's probably because that scene wasn't even his reaction to that line, probably. They just sort of stuck that in there in editing. Holy shit.
Apparently, it was his dying wish that we need. If you help me understand why, I will get you to your embassy where we cannot arrest you.
Fash was never going to let me just stroll out of here, was he?
If we're allowed to get away from here, we must find another way.
Also, was this guy not dying as he was giving that huge lecture?
It was cut together in a way that suggested that the timing was happening at the same time, but it could not have been.
But either way,
The time frame of that's unclear.
when you're giving a huge lecture, you're probably spending a significant amount of time beforehand,
yeah.
like preparing.
Yeah.
You're at that place. Everyone knows you're there.
Yeah.
So this is just like a nothing. I don't want to say nothing burger because I hate that phrase, but
And unless they're misleading about the time frame.
I again don't really feel like Dan Brown gets that much credit.
Jim shaking his head.
Oh shit, that's not what I wanted.
What exactly do you propose?
He's splashing water on his face.
Je te rappelle. C'est moi, capitaine. Hein. Mais on a quand même un problème. C'est que le QG n'a pas envoyé Sophie de vue.
Quoi? Commissaire, regardez ça.
Je ne crois pas, il a sauté. Merde.
Why did he keep the GPS?
I
Oh,
don't
they
think he
just threw it
did.
out the window. They threw it out the window.
Uh-huh, threw it.
Okay.
Threw it so it landed on a car.
APPLE.
You're right that all of this is very pointless given how nothing.
They don't have. There's nothing to really indicate that it was him.
And even if this one dude is really persistent about it.
I will only take a moment to. Oh. Okay.
He's much older than I remember.
So she's basically just like a shitty granddaughter. Just never saw her grandpa.
I haven't seen or spoken to him in a very long time. He phoned my office today. Several times.
They explain what happened.
He said it was a matter of life or death.
Is it pointless?
I thought it was another trick to get back in touch.
Another trick is
Great.
interesting.
It seems when he couldn't speak to me, he reached out to you.
Wait a minute.
Professor?
This is wrong. Yeah, see? This is wrong. The Fibonacci numbers only make sense when they're in order. These are scrambled. If he was trying to reach out.
She already said that.
Yeah,
That was already said. That was already established.
like 5 minutes ago.
And he is again being like, I'm a genius. Look at this. No one else has been able
I
to
also
figure this
love
out.
this sentence on screen right now.
Maybe he was doing it in code. Maybe he wasn't taking the time to write invisible nonsense.
Was doing it in code. Would you hold this, please? This phrase is meaningless
Oh my god.
unless you assume these letters are out of order too.
I fucking hate this. Stop lighting up the letters on the floor.
Not quite, but I can pretty much remember it.
He's looking at it. He is currently looking at it.
Have you forgotten? No, I'm currently looking at it.
also, do you have an eidetic memory? Not quite, but I can pretty much remember what I see.
Which I'm currently looking at.
I'm so lost. Why? Why? He is literally. She's holding the light so that he can look at it. He is physically
You
using
have an
his
eidetic
eyeballs
memory?
to look at it, and she
Michaela.
says, "You have an eidetic memory."
Michaela, do you have an eidetic memory?
Yeah, I can see the dog right now. I know what she looks like. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
It is at this point that you just write down the phrase
And get out.
and leave, or take a picture of it
Yeah.
and leave,
Yeah.
and you can solve it somewhere else.
Yeah. And he has an eidetic memory.
He's got an eidetic memory.
But he can pretty much remember what he sees.
Do you think that'll come back later? Whoa.
Anagram is right. Oh, draconian devil, old namesake becomes Leonardo da Vinci, the Mona Lisa.
The Mona Lisa is right over here.
Regardez-moi ça. Il l'a balancé de la tête plutôt qu'à nous. Pas maladroit, le mec, hein.
Quoi? Vous l'admirez maintenant?
Oh my god. I said one thing.
Il est con. Qui on a laissé rouger? Le dos?
Oui, appelez-le. Appelez-le.
Her smile is in the lower spatial frequencies. The horizon is...
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Her smile is in the lower spatial frequencies.
Frequencies.
The fuck does that even mean? That Dan Brown wrote that line. That is a Dan Brown line. 5,000%.
I'll check.
Straight from the book. Straight from the book. You know, in Digital Fortress, he has his thing at the beginning, his thanks. He gives thanks to 2 nameless NSA agents, without which he could not have written the book.
I swear to God.
Without them, I wouldn't have known that Mona Lisa's smile is in the lower spatial frequency.
It is on the right. Well, see, she appears larger from the left than on the right. Historically, the left was female, the right was male.
There, the blood.
Hey,
So dark, the con of man.
no. It doesn't say that.
Is it another anagram? Can you break it?
No, it doesn't say that. Yeah, it fucking does. It does say that. You could say it doesn't mean that, but it does say that.
Just want you to know that to get to the part that we are currently at in the book is chapter 21.
What the fuck? Okay. Taking multiple deep breaths. How much time did this man have? Well, he was dying to leave this elaborate trail of clues. I just he could have lived if he had just gone to the hospital or some shit. This seems like it's in the middle of Paris. Certainly he could have gotten some help in the amount of time that it took him to write all of these anagrams.
Just call 911.
Holy shit, dude. Just write it down. Take a fucking picture.
Sermon, charms, demons, omens, codes, monks, ranks.
Oh, you have an eidetic memory?
I pretty much remember what I see.
I'm looking at it. Did he think...
I swear to God.
Okay. I'm not even going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. 10-foot pole. Oh my God. Did he think that eidetic memory meant like you could solve an anagram?
I think he did.
Like you could look at letters and like rearrange them?
Mm-hmm.
Stop!
If he just called 911,
Vinci.
he'd be fine.
He's gone to like 5 fucking paintings. They're all over the museum. Wait, okay. Also, there's not a blood trail. There's just a little dribble droplet of blood in front of each painting. Oh, what is this? So she didn't use the flashlight on this one. This one, she immediately knew, I gotta open the frame. I gotta pull it off the wall.
I do think, to be fair, she did shine the flashlight on it first, but didn't see anything, and then immediately
Did it show that?
I saw the flashlight on it.
Okay, well, I don't know about that.
This can't be this.
This can't be.
It's what it is.
It's what it is. It's what it is. This can't be this. I wish that this can't be this was one of the quotes in the game. Da Vinci Code. This can't be this.
It's almost like you could have gotten more of a head start if you had simply either taken pictures or written down stuff, or even pretty much remembered it with your almost eidetic memory, and then left.
So he stashed that little necklace in one of the paintings. Then he went to a different painting and wrote a secret message. Then he went to a random spot on the floor and wrote a different secret message. Then he took all his clothes off, drew a blood circle on the floor, drew a pentacle
Shut up.
on himself, laid as the Vitruvian Man, and waited to die. That is the order of events.
What if he laid there and it took him such a long time to die that he thought, I probably could have just gone to the hospital?
I'm sure he did. Oh my God. My neck hurts. I'm sweating. Of those European sirens.
It was Sonia's. I remember finding it once when I was a girl.
Gil.
He promised to give it to me one day.
Have you ever heard those words before? So dark, the calm at night.
Have you?
When you were a child, were you aware of any secret gatherings? Anything ritualistic in nature? Meetings your grandfather would have wanted kept secret? Was there ever any
She's like, well, now that you mention it.
silence?
What? Why are you asking these things?
The Priory of Sion is a myth, one of the world's oldest and most secret societies. Leaders like Sir Isaac Newton, Da Vinci himself,
You
the fleur-de-lis is their crest.
First of all, you would probably start with Da Vinci, given that you've just been talking about him for so long. Second of all, we've already got that Isaac Newton ref, so it should be very clear that it's a apple. Apple. Pretty quickly.
Aliens of the secret they supposedly referred to as the dark con man.
But what secret?
The Priory of Sion protects the source of God.
So they refer to this secret as the dark con of man. And that just happens to also be an anagram for.
And this dude who knows all of this about this specifically.
Or are they saying that Da Vinci specifically named the painting that to be an anagram of
Who
the dark
knows?
con of man?
1,000 IQ.
This is stupid. Just if anyone in the room was wondering.
Power on earth.
Hang on, sorry. I missed what that said. I missed the really important point that he was making.
Power on.
Nope, sorry. Why is he I don't know. I feel like his facial expressions are not at all matching the tone of the film or what
I'm
is
kind of
happening.
waiting to see, because that could be depending on, because he knew all this stuff and he didn't say
But
that.
it seems very like
before.
cool cowboy and not like scared art symbologist.
Cunning man.
But what secret?
The Priory of Sion protects the source of God's power on earth.
I can't do this by myself.
I'm in enough trouble as it is. That's my embassy.
Please.
Even if we could get out of it.
How is he going to get to the embassy?
We're only a half hour into this movie.
It's a cool 2 hours left. 2 hours of art puzzles and fucking.
Yes. There is more of that.
Oh God. Oh no.
Seriously though, how did he think he was going to get to the embassy?
I think they thought they were simply not going to try to stop them.
They thought that? They thought that?
She's reversing her smart car.
Through the streets of France.
They teach every cryptologist to drive like this.
Yeah. She made it.
What the hell is...
Can you even hear the movie, babe?
We need to get out of sight.
Plus, there's captions.
Yeah, but you really want to hear line delivery like, I received the crime scene JPEGs. Get it? Because he's pale. You guys get it? Do you get it?
Isn't the same thing that causes the lack of melanin in albino people what also causes their eyes typically to be red,
Yes.
but this dude's are blue?
Yes. They also do not have pigmentation in their irises.
So, like,
So he would not be albino. He's just like a really pale guy. So he's basically just like a church assassin. You know, the classic church job. Are you guys looking to fill the position of church assassin?
must bring own robes.
Yeah, you can only do it if you're a fake albino.
Feels like there's a commandment somewhere about not killing.
Eh.
Bishop Aringarosa has been kind to me.
I could not miss this chance to pray inside the Sanskrit.
A pity you couldn't wait for morning. The light is not ideal.
Tell me, sister, please, of the rose line.
A rose line is any line that goes from the north to south poles, set into the streets of Paris, 135
I do not want to keep you. I will show myself. I insist. May the peace of the Lord be with you.
And with you.
Yeah, you're kind of a little freaky. Did you know that?
Au fait, on a retrouvé la voiture de 9 heures, abandonnée à la gare du Nord. Et d'autre part, 2 billets pour Bruxelles ont été payés avec la carte de crédit de Languedoc.
Ça, c'est un leurre. Mais envoyez tout de même un gars à la gare du Nord, interroger le chauffeur de taxi. J'ai lancé un avis de recherche international.
Interpol, franchement, bisu, hein. On n'est même pas sûr qu'il soit coupable.
Moi, je suis sûr qu'il est coupable. Il n'y a pas de doute là-dessus. Robert Langdon est coupable.
That's why this other police officer is helping him.
Is the water go on?
We should be safe in this park for a few minutes.
Yeah, you know, for a few minutes. Okay, well, this isn't creepy at all. So he just happened to know exactly where to break the tile.
Oh, let's not bring Job into this.
Job 38:11. This is Mission Impossible.
Police judiciaire.
Quoi? Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
50 € pour tout ton matos. Mais profitez-en pour manger quelque chose.
What was he doing? He was about to do heroin, right?
Never occurred to you that could be dangerous?
No. And now we have a place to think. Any ideas, Professor?
What?
You could have just handed me a piece of the UFO from Area 51.
Okay, first of all, this is like a huge park. They could have gone anywhere.
Yep.
She needed that table where the guy was about to do heroin.
Yep. Everyone knows that when you need a place to think, the best place is a heroin table.
Everyone also knows that when you're about to shoot up with heroin, you can just sort of walk away and be like, nah, I'm good. I'll go get a cheeseburger.
Same diff.
And Royale with cheese.
Also, he just said you could have just handed me a piece of the UFO from Area 51.
Yep.
What does that even mean?
It's a cute and quirky way of saying he has no idea.
He just threw in a bunch of buzzwords
Yep.
into a meat grinder.
It's Ready Player One all over again.
Oh God.
What's the next step? With him, it's always Sophie. What's the next step? Puzzles, codes.
A treasure.
Oh my God.
To find his killer.
Oh my God. The one time in the world that it is so vastly inappropriate to make a treasure hunt is to provide the
13 reasons
information
why.
on who killed you.
13 reasons why.
But that's why. This is just who. Who killed me? Well, I don't know. You'll have to follow the hunt to find out. And then everyone would be like, fuck you. I don't care. What?
Unsolved mystery.
I would have found your killer as a detective. Otherwise, I don't give a shit because now you've now you've done this and you've
Yep.
made it pretentious.
Yeah.
And so your murder is going to go unsolved.
Maybe there is something about this priory of science.
I hope not. Any Priory story ends in bloodshed. They were butchered by the church. It all started over
Oh my God.
They got a catapult. It's a trebuchet.
Yeah,
I'm
trebuchet.
so
I was gonna say a
sorry.
trebuchet.
I realized the instant I said it, I was like, it has a counterweight. I'm so wrong.
by secret brotherhood, the Priory of Sion, and
What was orchestrated?
military
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
the Knights.
I was busy with the trebuchet conversation. I'm so sorry. I know that we really don't have time to be rewinding this movie. I mean, we do. We have all the time in the world, but you know.
The French king conquered the holy city of Jerusalem. This crusade, one of the most massive, sweeping in history, was actually orchestrated by a secret brotherhood, the Priory of Sion, and their military arm.
I love when they superimpose images.
Templars were created to protect the Holy Land.
That was a cover to hide their true goal, according to this myth. Supposedly, the invasion was to find an artifact lost since the time of Christ. An artifact, it was said, the church would kill to possess.
Did they find it?
Church assassin.
Buried treasure?
Put it this way. One day the Templars simply stopped searching. They quit the Holy Land and traveled directly to Rome. Whether they blackmailed the papacy or the church bought their silence, no one knows, but it is a fact. The papacy declared these Priory Knights, these Knights Templar, of limitless power. By the 1300s, the Templars had grown to
So unfortunately, while I do have a lot of religious knowledge, I don't, know about like the 1300s papacy. So to say whether any of this, obviously it's not, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would desperately love to know just how wrong all of this is.
I'll look into it.
I'm sure it's 5,000%.
I don't know anything about 1300s papacy other than the cadaver synod, which I don't think was 1300s anyway.
So anyway, but this is, it's something else.
too threatening.
Oh, hi, Angel.
The Vatican issued a secret book
An angel.
opened simultaneously all across Europe. The Pope had declared the Knights Templar Satan worshippers, and said God had charged him with cleansing Europe of these heretics.
Order 1366.
Oh my God, the superimposing.
But were they worshippers of Satan Lucas?
No one worships Satan Lucas.
Okay, I'll see myself. I'll see myself out.
But exterminated. The date was October 13th.
Oh my God, Friday!
Friday the 13th.
Stop.
The Pope said the truth.
Oh God.
Didn't you know that Friday the 13th originated in the 1300s?
When a pope decided to kill all of the Knights Templar.
Because they were Satan worshippers. Satan Lucas.
The Priory's treasure, but they found nothing. The few surviving Knights of the Priory had vanished, and the search for their sacred artifact began again.
What artifact? I've never heard about any of this.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You're a fucking moron.
Almost everyone on Earth has. You just know it as the Holy Grail.
I'm loving these reaction shots where they have zero change in facial expression. Just absolutely nothing. It's as if he said nothing.
Please, Sonia thought you knew the location of the Holy Grail.
Maybe more than that. This cross and flower, this could be very old. But look, this metal here underneath is much newer, and there's a modern ID.
Oh my God.
Axo 24. And these dots are read by a laser. This is more than a pendant. This is a key your grandfather left you.
He left us, Professor. And 24 Axo. It's not an ID stamp. It's a street address.
these people kiss at the end of the movie?
They fuck. He's horny, right? Isn't that the point? He's hornily
But he's
solving
like
art
weird
crimes.
horny.
Ici Sandrine Vieille. J'ai appelé tous les numéros de la liste. J'ai peur que les autres sénéchons soient morts. Le mensonge a été divulgué. On a fracturé la dalle. S'il vous plaît, monsieur, si vous êtes là, répondez, je vous en supplie.
Job 30 anniversary.
You know it, sister.
I'm sorry, that's kind of insulting. She's a nun.
And she's about to school him. Look at her face.
Sure, but do you know it? Come on. She's a nun. She's an old nun. Okay.
She's like, you really adopted the Bible.
Hitherto shalt thou come, but no further.
Do you mock?
Yes.
Where is the keystone?
I do not know.
I was just on the phone talking to the people about it, but I don't know.
Sister of the church. And yet you're saying them the priority.
Jesus had but one true message.
Nice.
Assuming you bought into Christianity, feels like decking a nun would be a fast way to get to hell.
He's been given permission because he's the church assassin. I know that you didn't grow up religious, but church assassin is actually one of the.
Oh, this is normal?
Yeah,
This
it's-
is a normal,
yeah,
healthy
it's pretty.
thing that's
It's
happening?
pretty standard.
It's like a James Bond license to kill.
Yeah, so if you get like the church assassin badge, you can just kind of go around and do.
You unlock it like it's a Girl Scout.
Yeah, you do some
situation?
killings on behalf of the church, and it's all good.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Thank you for educating me.
This council is convened. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
I am having a difficult time discerning which religious people are, which? I don't want to say good and bad because that doesn't really make any sense in this case. What we're looking for, like secret hiders and secret seekers. Is that these are kind of like the two groups?
That seems about right.
So I'm struggling to discern which are which. Like Paul Bettany, he seems to be a seeker. But which ones are the hiders is just like the Catholic Church?
The priory? Because he's seeking out he just said that whole thing to her about you are a sister of the church and yet you still choose to serve them, the priory.
Who's
so he's
that?
presumably not with, like, it's the secret organization that Tom Hanks's dude was talking about.
Okay, but I thought that they were the ones who like found the secret.
They claimed that they were.
Okay, so the priory are like the descendants of the Knights Templar, or were connected to them, correct?
I think so.
So then this makes so little sense.
Yeah.
I'm very confused on who Paul Bettany is. Are we supposed to know yet?
He's with Opus Dei.
Who the fuck is that?
They talked about Opus Dei on the airplane when you thought it was.
I was very distracted.
They're
Another secret society situation.
So there's 3 church people, 3 church groups that we're dealing with.
there's 2.
The priory and the Opus Dei.
Yes.
And which are which?
Opus Dei is the bad guys because they're trying to control the message.
Okay, so he is not seeking it. He is trying to find it to hide it further. Is that the...
I think they consider...
Like, he wants to be in control of it? They don't like that the priory is in control of the secret?
I think if the secret ever got out, it would ruin the church.
What the fuck is the point of the priory then? They're just sort of guarding it for no reason?
I don't know why they're guarding it.
Okay.
Maybe they're guarding it because these people know they would want it.
That makes no sense. Because, like, they're not doing anything with it. They're not releasing it.
Not for 700 years.
So what is the point of either of these groups? There is none, is what you're telling me.
I don't remember.
Is that am I correct? There
We'll
is none.
find out.
Okay,
What you said is what I know.
I'm gonna go with there is none. And that's gonna be my final answer.
Our words shall never pass these walls.
So these are the Opus Dei.
Well,
As you know,
Alfred
my
Molina
request
is Opus
for
Dei.
funds, yes. 20 million euro in untraceable bearer bonds. It had more than petty cash. Wouldn't you say, Bishop?
Does the church usually deal in untraceable bearer bonds? Is that like a thing?
I mean, here's the thing. Feels like probably yeah, right?
Sure. You want to know what's sad?
What's that?
I thought like, oh my gosh, you're here so early. We have so much time. We could watch 2, maybe even 3 movies.
No, you didn't think 3.
I did.
Have you met you?
No.
I had to lower the resolution on the video because we didn't have enough time.
I am an enigma to myself.
I only offer a route to the renewal of faith for all men.
How humble. Our savior, Bishop Aringarosa. How dare you presume to...
I do not presume, I act. The Vatican's unwillingness to support us is both impious and cowardly. Blood is being spilled because true Christian values lie in ruins. No more! This council has forgotten its very purpose.
What is this council?
Tonight,
This must be Opus Dei, the whole
the Grail
That's what I
will
just
be
said.
destroyed. The priory's few remaining members will be silenced. I was contacted by a man who calls himself only the teacher.
Oui.
Les 2 tapins qui ont identifié l'angle et neveu, ils ont fait monter leurs attaques sur bonne blague.
I can't imagine that France is like incredibly well, I guess maybe it is. I don't know. Prostitutes are just ringing up the police.
Maybe.
Hey guys, hot tip for you. We're pals. We have a good relationship.
Unless they just canvass, unless they just send people to question everybody, basically.
I'll give you that answer for money.
Not for any price.
Because of your expertise.
I'm sorry.
But the priory, do you think that's why Sonia sought you out?
I can think of dozens of scholars who know a lot more about it. Actually, I didn't think he liked me very much. Once made a joke at my expense and a big laugh out of it.
What was it?
If that joke becomes like a big plot point, it was like the start of the secret code.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Qui puis-je faire pour vous? Oui, bien sûr. La porte de droite, s'il vous plaît.
He just has the most wanted list just sort of pulled up on his computer.
You had to hit refresh.
What the fucking hell?
Bonsoir. Je suis André Vernet, le directeur de nuit. C'est la première fois que vous venez dans notre établissement?
Yes.
Understood. Keys are often passed on, and first-time
Understood.
users
You're an
It's circle protocol. Keys are essentially numbered Swiss accounts, often willed through generations. Is it yours, mademoiselle? The shortest safety deposit box lease is 50 years.
And what's your longest account?
Quite a bit longer. Technologies change, keys are updated. Once the computer confirms your key, enter your account number and your box is retrieved. The room is yours as long as you like.
It couldn't possibly be numbers that he already wrote down.
Of my account number. How might I recover it?
I'm afraid each key is paired with a 10-digit number, known only to the account bearer. I hope you manage to remember. A single wrong entry disables the system.
Your grandfather's Fibonacci sequence.
Wow, that was hard.
Scrambled? Unscrambled.
Unscrambled.
It's your key.
Funny. I don't even like history. I've never seen much good come from looking to the past.
Moment of truth.
Gee, I wonder if it'll be right.
I would love it if it was wrong.
No way. It is just the Holy Grail and they're done. The movie's over. That would at least be a much faster movie.
It's 2 hours in credits.
He has to thank every single art historian that made this possible.
My God. A rose.
It's not. That's not a rose.
That is generic flower.
Yeah, that's not a rose.
But they wrote that line of dialogue and they put it in the movie. Tom Hanks said it. My God, I don't believe it. A rose.
The rose was a symbol for the Holy Grail.
It's not a rose. That's not what a rose looks like.
Forgive the intrusion. I'm afraid the police arrived more quickly than anticipated. You must follow me, please. For your own safety.
You knew they were coming?
My guard alerted me to your status when you arrived. Yours is one of our oldest and highest level accounts. It includes a safe passage clause.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
If you would step inside, please. Time is of the essence.
In there?
Okay, so is it just claustrophobia?
I guess.
It's not even an elevator?
Yeah.
And that's not even like a very small space. That's
No.
larger than the elevator.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Also, if he could get it together for the elevator ride,
Yeah.
it feels like if your life is on the line.
It's yes, this is stupid. It's not even a smaller space. It's a larger space.
Hey, is there a problem?
Bonsoir, monsieur police judiciaire.
Je conduis, c'est tout. Ici, Zurich, pas français. Anglais?
English?
Yes.
Oui. We're looking for two criminals.
You came to the right place. All criminals here.
Would you mind opening the hold?
Please. You think that's trespass? The wages I get paid?
You don't have keys to your own truck.
It's armored. Keys get sent to the destination. You mind? I'm on a schedule here.
And do all the drivers wear a Rolex?
What? This piece of shit. 40 euros in Robes. You yours for 35. 30.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay.
Come on, 30, huh?
I say no. Move along. Hey.
This is so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Now we wait. The teacher will call and tell me where to deliver the money.
You have put tremendous faith in this teacher of yours.
Yes, I have. And I have given him an angel to do his will. For surely there is no better soldier for God than my Silas.
Io fermo te profono, io fanno di grazia, concederò nel non peccator, peccati cui occasiones proximus.
Oh, do we really need more of this?
He murdered a nun.
Yeah, but we don't need to see it. Okay, I guess at least there's that.
The Holy Grail. A magic cup. The source of God's power on earth. It's nonsense.
You don't believe in God?
No. Just people. Sometimes that they can be kind.
That's really profound.
Hearing that, Professor?
I was raised a Catholic.
Well, that's not really an answer. Are you okay?
Oh my God.
Go ahead, open it.
Hey, this is better show don't tell though, right? Come on.
I guess.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't mean to stop it again. We're going to spend the whole movie with them holding on to this cryptex until he says
It can be yours
APPLE.
for what was it, $141?
95, 195.
But if you get it wrong, it's ruined.
That is
Sure.
not to keep secrets. It's Da Vinci's design. You write the information on the pilot clear, which is then rolled around a thin glass vial of vinegar.
So he is like this symbologist,
Mm-hmm.
and she thinks he doesn't know what a cryptex is.
Yeah, I'd be insulted, honestly.
She should just be looking at the camera.
Set it open, the vial breaks, vinegar dissolves papyrus, and your secret is lost forever. The only way to access the information is to spell out the password with these 5 dials, each with 26 letters. That's 12 million possibilities.
I've never met a girl who knew that much
Oh.
about a cryptex.
It's so horny right now.
Sonia, meeting on for me.
You can't be hot and smart
It's against the law.
unless you're a man.
My grandfather gave me a wagon.
This clearly is
What
not
the
Holy
fuck
Grail.
does that mean?
Please, you're not alright. May I try something? I don't know it works. My mother used to do it when I was a kid, I think.
I think.
You think?
Yes. Ça va mieux, Sophie?
Best shot in the movie. Best scene, best shot. This is amazing.
My parents died in a car crash with my brother. I was 4.
I'm sorry.
It was many years ago.
I know that people are different and whatnot, but can you imagine intimately rubbing the head of a man that you just met? And by just, I mean maybe 2 hours ago.
Yes, sir.
Oh, look, he's relaxing. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm cured. I don't have a phobia anymore. Years of trauma undone. Just like that.
20 years waiting for someone to come for that box. And now it's you two murderers. Bring it to me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right now. Step back. No one will lose sleep over a couple on a killing spree. Turn around. Turn around. You too, mademoiselle.
They don't even protest even at all. Not even once. Hey, we haven't actually killed anybody. Hey, we're not murderers.
She's my girlfriend.
I'm actually a police officer. Nothing. Okay.
Nope.
I'm sorry. They think they're about to die and they're not even going to try and say anything? This is insane. God, I keep stupid pause button is in the weird spot. Oh God, we missed everything. Wait, why is there more Paul Bettany? Did I just skip? No. How does that even happen? No, I did skip. Ah!
You just freaked the cat out for a minute.
She's fine. APPLE.
Sorry, but what the fuck?
This is so stupid. Also, a place like that is very like John Wickian with a safety clause. You're not those people are not murdering you. Like those places don't run without such a severe level of like strict professionalism, or they don't work. You don't just get to like decide that you don't like the person that has the key.
Also,
You knew they were wanted.
aim for the tires.
Yeah.
Just constantly, it's an armored truck. You know it's an armored truck. Why are you shooting at it? Aim for the tires.
What happened between you and your grandfather exactly?
bleeding, I need to know. You say he raised you, but you two don't talk anymore. You call him by his last name. You say you hate history. Nobody hates history. They hate their own histories.
So now you're psycho.
Can we get this cross-stitched and you can hang it up in your classroom?
Nobody hates history. They hate their own histories.
Especially if you're white.
What if Sonia had started to groom you for the primary?
What do you mean, grooming?
Your grandfather gave you puzzles and cryptex as a child.
So you are saying all this is real? The
Is
primary
the
was science?
We've been dragged into a world that
plural of cryptex cryptex?
real enough to kill for.
Cryptices.
I'm out of my field here.
Yeah, what exactly is your field?
I do know a Grail historian
Oh my god.
obsessed with prior Englishman lives here in France.
Ian McKellen. Ian McKellen.
I hope you can.
Vernet André. D'après vos papiers, vous n'êtes pas du tout chauffeur. Et apparemment, vous avez perdu votre langue en même temps que votre fourgon. Vous pensez que vous souffrez, Vernet. Ma mission vaut mieux que votre existence. Vous m'entendez?
Che volevo?
Il y a une balise GPS sur le fourgon. Activez-la immédiatement.
Please wait. I'll see if he's available.
It's on the wrong side.
Lee likes all things to be English, including his car.
Robert! Do I owe you money?
Lee, my friend, care to open up for an old colleague?
Of course.
Thank you.
First, test of honor. 3 questions.
Fire away.
Your first. Shall I serve coffee or tea?
Tea, of course.
Excellent. Second, milk or lemon?
That would depend on the tea.
Correct. And now the third and most grave of inquiries. In which year did a Harvard scholar outrow an Oxford man at Henley?
Surely such a travesty has never occurred.
I love Sir Ian McKellen.
Your heart is
I
true.
love him in everything. I love him no matter what.
You may pass.
I can't anymore.
And went into it being like, fuck it, I'm going camp.
Oui.
Scanne le signal du fourgon, elle a presque localisé.
Il était temps.
C'est bon, on l'a reçu.
Filet. Très bien. Peuvent décoller et dites-lui de pas bouger avant que j'arrive.
Attention, toute l'équipe de coller au château Villette. Toute l'équipe de coller au château Villette.
Babe, you read the book and whatnot. Is there any point where Robert Langdon becomes necessary? It seems like it could have just been any guy that just like knew some stuff about art and codes or something. Just no specialty to him whatsoever.
APPLE.
APPLE.
I still don't know why he put you into this. I'm sorry.
She also didn't answer him.
No, not at all.
I'm also very glad.
I'm glad because Dan Brown wrote this and he wants us to fuck. Grandpa, no.
You are requested to make yourself at home.
APPLE.
Robert! And you travel with a maiden, it seems.
You didn't see that on your camera?
May I present Miss Sophie Neville?
Sophie, Sir Louis T-Ben. Je vous présente mes hommages. Tardif, mais sincère.
Thank you for having us. I realize it's quite late.
So late, mademoiselle. Almost early. What a lovely smile.
Old Uncle Teabag.
Earl Grey. Correct.
I love the Twilight vibes of this dude just lurking around the city in full robes.
Late night arrival. What can an old cripple do for you, Robert?
We want to talk about the Priory of Sion.
The keepers. The secret wall.
So, the mystery. Lee, I'm into something here that I cannot understand.
You. Really?
Not without your
An idiot like you?
Explain to my gravity, Robert.
You fucking
should be
stupid.
ashamed.
Not if it works.
There are always four. The Grand Master and the three Seneschals make up the primary guardians of the Grail. Thank you, Remy. The Priory's members span our very globe itself.
The shearers say exposed that as a hoax in 1967.
And that is what they want you to believe. The Priory is charged with a single task, to protect.
So what now? He's saying that this is stupid? He's the one who proposed it all to begin with. And he's rolling his eyes at Ian McKellen.
A sin, truly.
Secret in modern history.
The source of God's power on earth.
Oh, no, that's a common misunderstanding. The Priory protects the source of the Church's power on earth. The Holy Grail.
I don't understand. What power? Some magic dishes?
Rampant. Has he been telling you that the Holy Grail is a cup?
Oh my god.
The good book did not arrive by facsimile from heaven. The Bible, as we know, was finally presided over by one man, the pagan emperor Constantine.
I thought Constantine was a Christian.
Oh, hardly no, he was a lifelong pagan who was baptized on his deathbed. Constantine was Rome's supreme holy man. From time immemorial, his people had worshipped a balance between nature's male deities and the goddess, or sacred feminine. But a growing religious turmoil was gripping Rome. 3 centuries earlier, a young Jew named Jesus had come along, preaching love and a single God. Centuries after his crucifixion, Christ's followers had grown exponentially and had started a religious war against the pagans.
Or did the pagans commence war against the Christians? We can't be sure who began the atrocities in that period.
But
We can.
agree that the constant group
We sure can.
forces in threatened attack won't be two. So Constantine may have been
What was the
a
point of throwing that in there?
pagan, but he was also a pragmatist. And in 325 Anno Domini, he decided to unify Rome under a single religion, Christianity.
Christianity was on the rise. When his empire torn apart.
And to strengthen this new Christian tradition.
I like how Robert Langdon was like, we have to go to Ian McKellen.
He was
knows
like,
more
I know
than
nothing
me.
about this.
And then he just keeps inserting himself into the story and giving little quips and additions. And it's like, so we didn't need to come here at all, actually.
Constantine held the famous ecumenical gathering known as the Council of Nicaea. And at this council, the many sects of Christianity debated and voted on everything from the acceptance and rejection of specific gospels to the date for Easter to the ministry of the sacrament and, of course, the immortality of Jesus.
I don't follow.
Ma chère, until that moment in history, Jesus was viewed by many of his followers as a mighty prophet, as a great and powerful man, but a man, nevertheless, immortal man.
Not the Son of God?
Not even his nephew touched him.
Constantine did not create Jesus' divinity. He simply sanctioned an already widely held idea.
Semantics.
No, it's not semantics. You're interpreting facts to support your own conclusions.
Facts for many Christians. Jesus was mortal one day and divine the next.
For some Christians, his divinity was enhanced.
Oh, observe, there was even a formal announcement of his
They
promotion.
couldn't even agree on the Nicene Creed.
Excuse me. Who is God? Who is man?
Are you thinking that if your life was in danger, like imminent danger, you simply would not
be having an argument about the Council of Nicaea? No, I'm just like, what the fuck is he arguing about?
They had to film all these flashback scenes. That's what I just keep thinking about. All these rich people being like, this is what ancient Rome looked like. I'm like, you cared about this so much that you filmed
They
this.
did. Well, you need a visual or otherwise people would get bored. So,
which is fine, but like the amount of effort that went into that for so little payoff?
No, I'm joking that they couldn't even make the movie interesting enough to keep
That's
people's attention. They had to have little flashback scenes. No, just like it seems clear that he is agreeing with Ian McKellen that did happen, but then is arguing the real life impact of it.
I think you can debate how effective and influential the Council of Nicaea ultimately was. So I think that you do have sects that argue that it was incredibly influential to Christianity, and
because
I think you have sects that argue that it was not as influential as the other sects would have you believe.
I don't know. This is just fucking. It's just fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It's absolutely stupid.
Stupid.
How many have been murdered over this question?
As long as there's been one true God, there has been killing in his name. And let me show you.
I was gonna say, also, none of this has any relevance to the immediate predicament that they're in.
No.
Like, I don't know what super special information did you come here for?
And he's like, "Oh, the Holy Grail. You want to see the Holy Grail?
I've got it. It's in my cupboard." Oh, you stupid bitch! You thought it was a cup? Fucking moron!
The great fresco by Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh my god.
My dear, if you would close your eyes.
Lee, save us the parlor tricks.
You asked for my help, I recall. Allow no man his indulgences.
There are cops on their way right now.
Mademoiselle.
Sorry, not cops. A freaky church assassin.
And also, in theory, cops.
Disciples are breaking bread. And what drink?
Wine? You drank wine?
Splendid. And one final question. How many wine glasses are on the table?
One? The Holy Grail?
Open your eyes. No single cut. No chance. Well, that's a bit strange, isn't it? Considering both the Bible and standard revelation celebrate this moment as the definitive arrival of the Holy Grail. Robert, you could be of help to us. If you'd be so kind as to show us the symbols for man and woman, please.
Oh, no balloon animals. Huh. They can make a great duck. This is the original icon for male. It's a rudimentary phallus.
Quite to the point.
Yes, indeed.
This is known as the blade. It represents aggression and manhood. The symbol still used today in modern military uniforms.
Yes, the more penises you have, the higher your rank, boys will be boys.
Now, as you would imagine, the female symbol is its exact opposite. This is called a chalice.
And the chalice resembles a cup or vessel, or more importantly,
A grail.
shape for a woman's womb. No, the grail has never been a cup. It is quite literally this ancient symbol of woman. And in this case, a woman who carried a secret so powerful that if revealed, it would devastate the very foundations of Christianity.
Wait, please. You're saying the Holy Grail is a person? A woman?
And it turns out she makes an appearance. Right there.
But they're all men.
Now then, what about that figure on the right hand of our Lord, seated in the place of honor? Flowing red hair, folded feminine hands, hint of a bosom, no?
Incroyable.
But tout à fait. It's called scotoma. The mind sees what it chooses to see.
Who is she?
My dear, that's Mary Magdalene.
The prostitute?
She was no such thing. Smeared by the church in 591 Anno Domini. Oh dear.
Just say AD.
Magdalene was Jesus' wife.
They need you to know that they know the Latin.
Allow an old man his
This is an old
indulgences.
wives' tale.
The original one.
It's virtually known.
I cannot get over the fact
That he was like, we have to
that
come here,
they
and he
came
keeps on.
all of this way for him to just yell at Ian McKellen about how wrong and stupid he is. Why did you come here? What was the point? Oh my god.
He knows as well as I do. There's much evidence to support it.
Theories. There are theories.
Notice how Jesus and Mary clothed. Mirror images of each other.
The mind sees what it chooses to see.
And venturing into the even more bizarre, notice how Jesus and Mary appear to be joined at the hip and are leaning away from each other as if to create a shape in the negative space between them. Leonardo gives us the chalice.
So he has this board just kind of up and ready for
Notice what
demonstrations.
happens
Yep.
when these two
You never know when you'll need it.
change position.
Just because Da Vinci painted it doesn't make it true.
No, but history, she does make it true. Now, listen to this. It's from the Gospel according to Philip.
Philip?
Yes, it was rejected at the Council of Nicaea, along with many other Gospels that made Jesus appear human and not divine. And the companion of the Saviour was Mary Magdalene. Christ loved her more than all the disciples and used to kiss her.
But this says nothing of marriage.
Well, actually, Robert,
Actually, in those days, the word companion literally meant spouse.
and this is from the Gospel of Mary Magdalene herself.
She wrote the gospel?
She may have.
Robert, will you fight fair?
She may have.
And Peter said, did he prefer her to us? And believe I answered, Peter, I see you contending against a woman like an adversary. If the Saviour made her worthy, who are you indeed to reject her? And then, my dear, Jesus goes on to tell Mary Magdalene that it's up to her to continue his church. Mary Magdalene, not Peter. The church was supposed to be carried on by a woman. You realize that Mary was descended from kings, just as her husband was. Now, my dear, the word in French for Holy Grail,
Le Saint Graal.
from the Middle English, sangria, of the original Arthurian legend. Now, as to words, can you translate for our friend?
Sang real, it means royal blood.
When the legend speaks of the chalice that held the blood of Christ, it speaks in fact of the female womb that carried Jesus' royal bloodline.
But how could Christ have a bloodline unless...
Mary was pregnant at the time of the crucifixion. For her own safety, and for that of Christ's unborn child, she fled the Holy Land and came to France.
Oh, of course she did.
And here it is said she gave birth to a daughter, Sarah.
They know the child's name.
A little girl. If that were true, it's adding insult to injury.
Why?
The pagans found transcendence through the joining of male and female.
People found God through sex.
In paganism, women were worshipped as a route to heaven. But the modern church has
You can't talk about paganism as an umbrella. It doesn't.
No, because it's like a
It's
million
covers so
different...
many different things. You can't be like, in paganism they thought this. 'Cause it's like,
Paganism.
in some, yeah. In others, no.
People found God through sex.
In paganism, women were worshipped as a route to heaven. But the modern church has a monopoly on that. In salvation through Jesus Christ.
And he who keeps the keys to heaven rules the world.
Women, then, are a huge threat to the church. The Catholic Inquisition soon publishes what may be the most blood-soaked book in human history.
The Malleus Maleficarum.
The witch's hammer.
It instructed the clergy on how to locate, torture, and kill all free-thinking women.
In 3 centuries of witch hunts, 50,000 women are captured, burned alive at the stake.
Is that?
I don't like that Dan Brown, of all people, is trying to talk about the persecution of women through history. Sir. You are a sex pest.
Yeah, he's a pagan.
Like, leave us alone, please. Thank you. We did not give you the right to speak on our issues or on our behalf. I hate when men speak. Ladies, be honest.
Are you the route to heaven?
Are you the route to heaven?
Female child. You asked what would be worth killing for. Witness the greatest cover-up in human history. This is the secret the pride of science defended for over 20 centuries. They are the guardians of the royal bloodline. Keepers of the proof of our true past. They are the protectors of the living descendants of Jesus Christ. And Mary Magdalene.
React.
Tell me it's not Robert Langdon. Just tell me it's not.
I'm not going to tell you that.
Are you not going to tell me that because it is? Because if it is, I swear to God.
I'm not going to, I mean, Tom Hanks. I'm not going to tell you that.
What do you mean? I mean, Tom Hanks. I'm not going to tell you that.
It feels like it has to be her, right, though? Because it's her grandfather who died.
But then why would he tell her to find him?
Because Langdon's the connection to this dude. Langdon knows enough about this to hook her up with the right people.
Why wouldn't he just say this guy?
Maybe he didn't know this guy.
If
Maybe he
this
just
guy
knew
this-
Langdon could help her figure it out.
I know. I reject that. I reject all of this.
It's actually Capitan Fash.
I would accept that. That would be better. Why is this guy going to betray them? This makes no sense.
sources are not that fantastic. Yes, can I help you?
Yes, they're on the news now.
Reading this sentence? Is it possible?
It's not impossible. You have not been honest with me. The pictures on the television. You were wanted for 4 murders.
That's why Verne said killing spree.
You come into my home, playing on my passions for the grail.
That's why he needed you, Sophie.
You will leave my house.
Lee, listen.
No, I'm calling the police.
Jacques Saunier was her grandfather. You're the obsessive Priory scholar, Lee. Do you still keep lists of who might be in the Priory? I'll bet Jacques Saunier was on one of those lists. He was on your list of who could be Grand Master, wasn't he?
What?
I'll bet he was right at the top. Consider. 4 men murdered, the same number as the Guardians. What if the Priory was compromised? The other Seneschal dead? What if you yourself were dying? A Grand Master? You'd have to pass the secret on to someone you could trust. Someone outside the society. Maybe someone whose training you had begun but never finished.
Robert, your ruse is pathetic.
Not really.
No, that's impossible. Can that really? It's the keystone.
I'll even show it to you, Lee. So you just tell us what the hell it's for.
What do you got? Ça, c'est peut-être ton château.
Pense à quoi, Vache? Le fourgon est là, ils sont à l'intérieur.
Yes, as the legend foretold, it hides beneath the rose. Oh.
Lee? Lee?
Hmm?
Please?
I'm sorry. Yes, of course. Inside the keystone, there'll be a map. A map that will lead us to the Holy Grail. To be trained by the Grand Master himself. Did he pass down the fleur-de-lis? Is that how you found us? And he must have sung you the riddle songs. I know something. Bum, 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 bum. Can you keep secrets? Can you know a thing and never say it again? And codes? I imagine they lie down for you, like lovers.
Grandpa, no.
Grandpa, stop.
A guardian of the Grail right here in my own home.
Okay, tell me, please. I don't know any of this.
Lee, it's not that simple. She doesn't know. Cricket. Put the box on the table.
Let us try forward. Perhaps we can make a financial arrangement.
Put the keystone on the table.
You will not succeed. Only the worthy can unlock the stone.
Oh my god.
On a reste pour ta gueule.
crew. Get something to restrain this monster.
Revolve the joint.
Fortunately, a dragon, the most easy to slay, is wearing a cilice.
What?
Well, look.
Inflicts pain so he can suffer as Christ suffered.
Opus Dei.
Hashes Opus Dei. The policeman who's chasing us, he wears the cross in the world.
Robert.
Well, I must say, you two are anything but dull.
Lee, you want what's in this box? We need a way out of here.
Well, actually, I do have a plan.
I cannot see any motivation where it would make sense for him to betray them. What, he like wants it himself, but he's like obsessed with this stuff. It's not an armored car,
It's the same one they came in.
so it's armored.
Yeah.
No, that's the Land Rover.
Oh.
He's English.
Oh, it is the Land Rover.
Jesus. Apropos.
They took him?
I can't imagine what your complaint is. I'll be well within my rights to shoot you and let you rot in my house.
Put that away. You might need it.
For what? What could they possibly need this psychopath for?
What is it?
A conservative Catholic sect. Opus Dei is a prelude to the Vatican.
You're saying the Vatican is killing people?
No.
For these books?
No, not the Vatican, not Opus Dei, but we are in the middle of a war, and one that has been going on forever. On one side stands the Priory, and on the other, an ancient group of despots, members hidden in high-ranking positions throughout the church. And this Council of Shadows tries to destroy proof of the bloodline. And that throughout history, they seek out and kill the living descendants of Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
Is it? What if the world discovers that the greatest story...
I mean, presumably, if they were at all successful in their job, there would be no more descendants.
Exactly. It would take very little effort.
Roger, look, I'm so sorry. I've got tired of the weather here in France, and could you make the plane ready for Zurich? Yes, no, we love Zurich. Comment ça, vous collez?
Capitaine, c'est vous qui les avez perdus. Vous voulez tout contrôler, vous ne laissez pas respirer. J'ai l'impression que vous êtes devenu dingue. C'est quoi votre problème avec les deux oiseaux là? Jésus,
On a reçu ça d'Interpol. Nouveau plan de vol, enregistré au départ d'hydrogène.
ne mêle pas de ça, collé.
So why does he betray them, babe?
Is that what John Oliver said?
Yeah. I mean, unless they're going to introduce another character.
Did you kill Jackson here? Did you kill Jackson here?
I am the messenger of God.
I mean, he likes that, so.
You're not my type of woman. Smack.
I am the messenger.
Actually, you are now.
Breath you take is a sin.
Okay, so we're just going to want you to look crazy-eyed here. Yeah. And that was his note for the whole movie. I am so sweaty.
What will you do once you have the ray?
Destroy it. The documents and the sarcophagus, of course.
Send me here. Bigger exercise to find a lead. Spilling his blood.
There will be no need. Once the sarcophagus is destroyed, DNA testing will be impossible. There is no way to prove a living bloodline.
But if you had to, would you do as councils have done before us?
Christ. Christ sacrificed his life for the betterment of humanity. So too may be the fate of his seed.
Yeah, the Catholic Church has really done quite a bit for the betterment of humanity.
Je vous demande de me le donner.
Oui, mais là, c'est ma pause. Non, vous venez me voir dans 10 minutes.
Le plan de vol, s'il vous plaît.
Ça va pas, mon connard!
If you beat this dude unconscious, how is he going to get you the flight plan?
Also, I'm immediately calling 911 and being like, yeah, this cop just fucking beat the shit out of me.
Spear?
Voilà, gentlemen.
Okay, no, that's fine.
No one knows. Mary Magdalene lived out her days in hiding. And the zealots pursued her still, even in death, trying to destroy proof of her existence. But she always had her knights, brave men sworn to defend her. You see, to worship before her sarcophagus, to kneel before the bones of Mary Magdalene, was to remember all those who were robbed of their power, who were oppressed. Ultimately, the priory hid her remains and the proof of her bloodline, until most believed her sarcophagus, the Holy Grail, was finally lost in time.
How the fuck is the puzzle to this apple? I mean, that's insane, right?
Can you imagine if you were going alphabetically?
Apple.
They're going to act like they did something with it too.
APPLE.
They're going to be like, it's all about Eve.
In Latin, sub rosa, literal translation.
Beneath the rose.
We need a mirror.
Oh my god.
The style of Leonardo himself.
Thank you. In London lies a knight, oath interred. His labor's fruit, a holy wrath incurred. You seek the orb that ought be on his tomb. It speaks of rosy flesh and seeded wounds.
In London lies a knight, a pope himself.
A knight whose funeral was presided over by the Pope.
Was the priory knights, not just any knights.
Templars.
And there's just one place to bury a Templar knight in London.
church. Temple church. Excuse me, my dear. Roger and I must discuss a change in flight plan.
Lee. Harboring and transporting fugitives? You are already implicated enough.
You and I, Robert, have observed history. Time has been our glass. We are in history now, living it, making it.
I love Paul Bettany's just hanging out back there.
Method acting where he's like, crazy eyes stare at the wall, crazy eyes stare at the wall.
He's got that Solis thing in his leg.
He's gonna want more money.
Tu penses que c'est une nouvelle technique d'investigation?
Je les ai perdus. Ils sont partis en Suisse. Pas d'extradition.
Why wouldn't you go there to begin with?
En fait, le contrôleur, il a porté plainte, c'est Eric qui l'a eu, il m'a prévenu. Qu'est-ce qui se passe, messieurs?
Vous savez que je suis parti d'Opus Dei.
Would they just talk about it openly?
You wear the fucking pin on your shirt.
Un homme important m'a contacté, évêque de mon ordre. Il m'a dit qu'il avait confessé le meurtrier. Il s'appelle Robert Langdon. Il m'a dit que je ne pouvais pas imaginer la noirceur de l'âme de cet homme, qu'il allait continuer à tuer, que je devais l'arrêter.
So he's just lying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Snork.
As far as we know.
L'évêque a rompu ses vœux pour me parler. M'a donné pour mission.
Didn't break his vows if he lied about it.
Dites-moi.
No, I'm saying he's lying.
Or the bishop lied to him.
No, I'm saying... Oh my God, Cass, are you serious?
There could be layers. We don't know.
Well, I was obviously, if what he's saying is true, the bishop lied.
Yeah.
That's not what I was saying. He's lying, right?
Right now?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because that seems fucking... I mean, if he's Opus Dei...
It's stupid either way.
It's all stupid. There's an hour left in this movie. I'm actually starving now.
Ils ont changé leur plan de vol, ils vont aller.
I did not think it would take this long.
What? Oh, watching this movie?
I didn't factor in the
Well, we didn't know that it was fucking 2.5 hours long.
thing.
The plane was able to go that fast so that it could hide in a hangar.
GTA 5.
Oh, okay. So you know it's in there.
afraid that's easier said than done in my case. Good morning. Did that old cannon discharge finally catch up with me?
Sir, the French police say you're transporting fugitives. You may have a hostage on board. I'm to take you all into custody.
Well, sadly, I have an important medical appointment which I can't afford to miss.
I'll fetch the castle.
This is serious, sir. The French police are on their way. Stop.
Inspector, I can't afford time to indulge your games. I'm late and I'm leaving. If it's so important for you to stop us, then you're just going to have to shoot us. You can start with him.
Search the plane.
I could run them all.
That's it. Let them go.
The French cannot be trusted.
Okay.
Everyone comfy? Biscuits?
They didn't notice anything?
Well, people rarely notice things right in front of their eyes, don't you find?
We really needed they needed to show us that.
Yep.
We couldn't suss that out for ourselves.
God forbid we make an inference.
Oh my god.
Remember, if we are discovered by the Vatican, we are excommunicated, so should anything go wrong... Yes, I know. This council does not exist. As it never has. Old friend, heaven protect you.
Keep an eye out for the police. I must say, Robert, I'm quite impressed by the way you withstood my little aeroplane. Did he ever tell you, when he was a boy, young Robert, carrying to a
Oh, I rubbed his head and he's fine now.
7.
My god.
treading water all night long, screaming his lungs out to the echoes, screaming back. When they found him, he was nearly catatonic.
It's a long time ago.
Oh, now, Robert. You, above all people, shouldn't be one to dismiss the influence of the past.
Tell me, why has the Prior kept the Grey location secret all these years?
I don't know. Some say the prior waited for the heir to reveal himself, which is especially odd, since legend suggests he may not know his own true identity.
Is it Robert Langdon? If we get through this whole movie and it's Robert Langdon, I am going to cry.
See, I'm team, it's obviously not Robert Langdon. I think it's obviously her. Because he wrote a whole book called The Divine Feminine. They've done all of this, the chalice stuff. It makes no sense for it to be Robert Langdon.
Sure.
And they're trying to misdirect us with all the heir may not even know who he is.
Sure. But it also doesn't really make sense for her that her grandpa would be like training her in this stuff. If it was her.
Unless you want her to be able to avoid.
I don't know. It's also stupid. I hate it.
Hello?
Why do they make them so scary?
I'm just about 5,000% that you could Google this.
Google wasn't a thing. You'd have to go on Yahoo,
What year did this come out?
Alta Vista,
What year did this come out?
Ping.com.
Bing.
What year did this movie come out?
2003. Google would be in its infancy.
A library, then. I'm sorry, you don't need to go to London to look at all the knights that are in the church there. You simply don't. That's in a book somewhere. You can go to fucking Switzerland and look at it in a book.
So, which tomb has an orb?
Two wear tunics over their armor, and two full-length robes,
Two are grasping swords.
and two are praying.
This one has his arms at his sides.
Oh, and this poor fellow has almost disappeared entirely.
I don't see any orb that ought to be on a tomb.
I was just about to say that. It ought be. Does that not imply that it's not? And genius Robert Langdon didn't figure that out?
Descendant of Jesus.
I'm looking for a missing arm.
Maybe over here, see?
Maybe.
These aren't tombs.
Yes, of course.
No, they're effigies.
Huh?
Not tombs. There's no bodies here.
This place is wrong. Can we go now? We should go.
Where is the keystone? Do not test me! Let her go! Give me the keystone! Shut up! Give it to me!
Here it is. Here it is. Just let her go, and you and I will come to some agreement.
Hey!
Remy, no. Put it away. Put it away. You're too close together. You don't have a clear shot.
Yes, I do. Stop that. What do you think you're doing? Thank you, Professor. For a moment, this was getting complicated.
Oh, this is absurd. Oh, for God's sake, that no!
That was satisfying. I'm glad this bullshit is over.
Throw TV in the trunk.
Sorry.
Oh. We are watching Mission Impossible. How many references has that been now?
3.
As someone who is not up to date on Mission Impossible lore, I find that hysterical, actually.
I so desperately want to tell you all about them, but I don't want to spoil anything.
How do you think he's falling? They won't kill Lee until they find the grail.
So we have to find it before they do.
I have to get to a library. Fast.
Oh, now he has to get to a library. Now he has to get to a library. Going to the church itself was not necessary the whole time.
About the wasted space of so large a trunk. Let's see if he can play so now. Are you the teacher? I am. Superbly done. You've been of great service.
Good text is yet to be opened. I can still sell.
You've done enough. We cannot let ego deter us from our goal.
Entiendo.
Good. Wait here at this house of Opus Dei, and you will be rewarded.
Killed.
I will dispose of the old man. Bless you, Cyrus.
Teacher.
Christ be with you.
We're at least half hour to Chelsea Library. If we're going to help Lee, that's too long. Where are you going?
Getting you a library card.
You're very smug right now.
Oh, I'm not smug at all. There's like 5 million empty seats. Can I sit next to you? That worked? Okay.
Didn't say you had a boyfriend.
Thanks. See if we can access the database on this.
That's why I said, aren't you smug right now?
Internet. Quick.
Sony Ericsson.
This is Mission Impossible.
It's a chocolate.
Turd. Compounding keywords.
Oh my god.
Your precious treasure was almost lost, and with it my fortune. Can you believe how well I did? I even convinced the monk I should be in theater. A toast to our success, teacher. The end of the journey is near.
Gee, I wonder who it is.
Yeah, I was going to be like, there's no point.
Oh my god, they did.
Where's your problem, mate?
It makes no sense why he would tell them all of the information he told them.
Yeah.
What was the point of any of that ruse? Like,
You could have just killed him in France.
that was just stupid. Also, it's going with him to his grave. He's about to die right now.
It's a linguistic coincidence. See, keywords keep coming up with the writings of some bloke named
Oh my god. Oh.
Your grandfather was a genius.
What was that shot? He's taking it to his grave.
I'm going to need 1 to 3 days to recover from the Alexander Pope stuff.
A Pope.
I know the location of two murderers wanted by French police.
Just had a 999 call. Triangulation leads back to Docklands. Caller was male. Claims the two murderers are hiding at an Opus Dei house.
Okay, so the Opus Dei is not a secret thing. It's just everyone knows what it is.
Is Sir Isaac Newton. His life's work produce new sciences that incurred the wrath of the church. Gravity, for God's sake. And, if you choose to believe, is also the Grand Master of the Friday as well.
This is awful.
But if you offended the Catholic Church, the Pope would be the last person to preside over a funeral.
Well, that's where I got it wrong. In London lies a knight, a pope, and turd. Sir Isaac Newton's funeral was presided over by his good friend, his colleague, Alexander Pope, a pope. His first initial, how did I miss that?
I hate this.
Yes.
Isaac Newton's tomb.
An orb.
Which one?
They're really going to keep going with this.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't know that it's Apple.
Mm-hmm.
APPLE, baby. That's what they should have said.
APPLE.
Baby.
Baby.
Possible that the particular orb is missing.
An orb with rosy flesh and seated home.
Oh my God.
Planets. Constellation. Signs of the zodiac. See, our moon is missing. The moons of Saturn, Jupiter, they're not here. Iceland germs themselves.
Robert, these tracks. Look at the cane marks in the dust. TP was here. He was alone.
It doesn't help that that's the stupidest
Michaela.
name in the world.
Others might call it God. I believe that if I had the cryptex, I could solve the riddle alone. But I was unworthy. But here,
To be clear, at this point, they all know that it is Isaac Newton. And they don't know that it's fucking Apple. I didn't think it was going to be this whole thing that was this long of them having the whole riddle and knowing that it's Isaac Newton, and they don't know that it's Apple. All of these people.
We are incredibly fortunate they haven't tried Isaac yet.
your grandfather and the other seneschal would not lie to die forever. Great presence require sacrifice.
You are
No. No. Of a tempo when history is written, murderers are heroes.
you self-righteous bastard.
I'm also so confused here. He somehow infiltrated the dais, whatever the fuck. I can't even remember now because it's so stupid and pointless.
This day.
Whatever, sure. To give Paul Bettany murder orders when he's not even a part of that organization?
He didn't infiltrate. He just called up Alfred Molina's character. Just a man reached out to me, the teacher.
Michaela just wants these secret societies to have better infrastructure than they do.
This is fucking. They've existed for centuries, thousands of years. This is why no fucking. They're still descendants of Jesus.
Their incompetence.
Yeah. They're all morons.
only want you both to listen.
I'm listening now.
For 2,000 years, the church has rained oppression and atrocity upon mankind. Crushed passion and ideal alike, all in the name of their walking God. Proof of Jesus' mortality can bring an end. All that suffering drive this church of lies to its knees.
I like that he took the time to put on his robe.
He's got the briefcase of unmarked.
He did.
We are betrayed. The living here must be revealed. Jesus must be shown for what he was, not miraculous, simply man.
I'm sorry. Drop your weapon! Drop it! Drop it! Put it down now! Put it down!
The dark con can be exposed. Mankind can finally be set free, and he can do it all. The three of us.
So his plan was what exactly?
He wants to prove that Jesus was
No,
mortal.
I get that. But he has them kill the guy at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
What was he hoping would happen from that?
I think it sounds like the Priory didn't want to reveal the existence.
No. No. I get that. The Priory doesn't want to reveal it. He does. What did he think was going to happen because from my viewpoint, the fact that Robert Langdon is involved at all was a complete coincidence that he would have no way of knowing. The guy called him that day. And he seemingly didn't know about her either. So the fact that they showed up to help him solve this riddle, like he wanted the cryptex, how is he gonna get that from killing the one guy?
From the 4 people.
How is he gonna get it?
There was a failsafe in place. And the guy who was running the vault said that the keys had passed for generations.
But
So he may not have known about her specifically, and he may not have known about Langdon's involvement.
But he doesn't know about the key? Does he know about that? Does he know that that's where it was?
Yeah.
Because he asked, did he give you the fleur de lis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he knows about the key, and so but
okay,
he would
but
need
then
He needed to just
he needed someone to go open it. And he may not have known it would be her, but he knew that like
this would start a domino effect of like we're gonna out this thing.
yeah, because like
he didn't want Opus Dei wanted to out it to destroy it. He wanted to find
No, I get that. I know what the motivations are. What I don't understand is what he was hoping would happen from doing any of this.
So long as
like he just hoped that the cryptex would somehow magically fall into his hands.
So long as they live, the pattern continues as it has. The cryptex remains locked up. There's no reason for it
I'm
to
just
change
saying
hands.
it seems like a half-assed plan. You would think that you would have something a little more concrete in mind when you're murdering people.
Well, I mean, it's very concrete. If you do nothing, it stays right where it is. If your goal is
this is stupid. Stop trying
You
to defend
asked!
it. No, this is fucking stupid. It's stupid. I hate it.
How is Silas? Is he
my god.
One of your followers called you about the crime scene photos.
The JPEGs?
The crime scene JPEGs.
There are still important works to be done.
He used me.
God uses us all. Help me, Fudge.
So he's just basically a moron.
Get him. Did you get his cell phone?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to need a trace.
Your Cyrus is dead.
The Priory's sacred charge.
Okay, so again, this guy is in this organization but doesn't know anything about it or its purpose. What the fuck is the Opus Dei?
He's not subject to the high ranking shit.
But what's the point of them otherwise then?
I think it's like that conspiracy theory. It says that there's a secret room in the basement of the Vatican where the idea is like there's the part of it everybody knows, but then the part of it that people don't know.
That didn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. This is so fucking stupid.
To reveal the heir at the dawn of the new millennium. The millennium came and went, and the living heir remained hidden. The Priory failed. The sacred charge. And what choice did I have? I sought out the enemy. I persuaded them to cast some shadows. I was an app. I even asked them for money, so they would never suspect me.
What?
Red Hawk. I made them call me teacher.
Why don't you?
No, Robert, no words. On your knees. Do it. I need to die. Don't you know, my dear, you're my miracle, Sophie. You're the guardian of the Grail. All the oppression of the poor and the powerless, of those of different skin,
Oh my god.
of women, you can put an end to all that. You must explode the truth onto me.
I fucking hate Dan Brown. I hate him.
It's your duty.
Hello, Angel.
You know the answer to this riddle. Open up your text.
Ow.
And I'll put down the gun.
I've no idea how. I don't know the code. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
You know, because you've kind of got me at gunpoint and you killed my grandpa. Whatever.
Willing to die for your secret. By the way, you've been looking at your hero. I wonder, would you let him die for you? Open it, Sophie, to save his life.
Lee, you can't.
Open the cryptex.
I don't know how.
Open it or he dies.
I swear I don't know.
Stop it!
I don't know.
We started watching this at 4:30.
I know. Michaela just hates Dan Brown that much.
Literally, I do. We still have time for another one, though. I mean, we need to eat food, but...
Give me a moment.
His eidetic memory. Eidetic.
That has come into play precisely 0 times.
Robert, what are you doing?
Please.
She just runs away. Good lady breath.
This is what having an eidetic memory means, right?
He's still looking at all the orbs. These people are geniuses.
This is what we needed Robert Langdon for.
Oh God.
Professor of religious symbols.
No one else could have figured out that the rosy orb with seeds that had to do with Isaac Newton was a fucking apple.
They still don't know it's Isaac Newton, dude.
Yes.
They
They've known it's
absolutely know
Isaac
it's Isaac
Newton for
Newton.
like 20 minutes.
I'm sorry.
I do have to say that I think
I'm sorry.
that one of the characters in...
Oh, no, sorry. He did just figure it out right there. He figured it out.
Yeah, fucking a half an hour later.
It's like a 600-year-old vinegar.
Yeah.
Grail. It's lost. Grail's gone.
Only the worthy find the grail, Lee.
You taught me that.
Oh my God. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that another character in Digital Fortress is also has eidetic memory. So he's kind of obsessed with that.
The old man.
You're under arrest. You don't have to say anything. In fact, argue the defense. You know, which one question. Something which would later rely on its court. Anything you do say, will be given in.
He...
I have some questions for you.
Robert! Robert! Robert, how could you do it? How could you, Robert?
To destroy our hope of freedom. To deny every pilgrim the chance to kneel at the tomb of the Magdalene. How could you?
This is it. This is the scene.
You couldn't! You solved it! Ah! You took the scroll out before it broke! You solved it! Oh, you'll find it, Robert! You'll find it! You know what to do! You'll find the girl! You'll kneel before her! And you'll set them free above the world! The murder!
There was every orb conceivable on that tomb except one. The orb which fell from the heavens and inspired Newton's life's work that incurred the wrath of the church until his death. A-P-P-L-E. Apple.
Oh my God.
The Holy Grail, the ancient Rosalind waits. The blade and chalice guarding o'er her gates, adorned in
It's
master's
just in modern English.
I know.
At last, beneath the starry skies. I think I know where she's gone. I think the Grail has gone home.
Okay, so he could figure that one out immediately. But it took him hours to figure out Apple.
A Pope. Oh, once they figured out it was Isaac Newton.
It took them hours to figure out Apple. from Isaac Newton. That's the first word that you would think of when you hear Isaac Newton.
Maybe he knew for a long time.
He clearly didn't from that entire eidetic memory scene.
Built by the Templars themselves, named for the original rose line, Rosslyn Chapel.
So this is it. The gift at the end.
The Holy Grail neath ancient Rosslyn waits.
You never told me the joke Sonia made of you.
Oh my god.
What was it?
He called me a flatfoot, a beat cop of history. Oh, a dumb policeman who just does his job day after day of history.
You know his father was one. A policeman. Sonia said he was the most honorable man he had ever known.
That doesn't even make
We have to
sense.
protect, I think. What we stand up for.
Jewish, Christian, Egyptian, Masonic, pagan.
There it is again. Just pagan.
I think I've been here before. Sophie? Very long time ago. Allez, viens, Sophie.
Sophie, over here.
The blade and chalice guarding all her gates.
Pagan symbols for male and female,
Fused as one.
as the pagans would have wanted.
We're about to close, I'm afraid.
As they would have wanted.
I'm just going to be a moment.
Just need a little quickie.
Adorned the master's loving heart, she lies.
She rests at last beneath the starry skies.
Pentacles.
So none of those clues were giving the location of where she was? This is so stupid. How is there still 20 minutes left of this?
Methodially.
She was here.
Her sarcophagus.
Mary Magdalene.
The Holy Grail herself. She was here.
Where did she go? Did the church finally get her?
This is incredible. Look at this. Look at this. These records go back thousands of years. They date back to the death of Christ. Good God, could these really be the Grail documents?
What did he want from us? To find her sarcophagus? How was I supposed to figure all this out?
When you and your grandfather fought, was it something about your past?
How could you know that?
Oh my God.
About how your parents died? Sylvie?
It was during primary school. I was in his library.
How could you know it was about my
I was
past?
trying to find out about my family. I wanted to know about them. But I couldn't find any records. Not of their death. Not of the accident. I'd asked him for as long as I could remember, but he would never tell me.
Je t'ai dit non!
He stood over me. And he wouldn't let me leave.
Ils sont morts, morts et enterrés. Ne les cherche jamais, Sophie. Promets-le-moi. Jure-le! Jure-le-moi!
I kept my promise.
My God.
The next week he sent me to boarding school. 1 weekend I came home unexpectedly. And what I saw my grandfather doing, some ritual. I was so frightened. We hardly ever spoke again.
I'm sorry. What? Excuse me?
I don't know, dude.
We just watched this whole movie, and right at the end, they're like, oh, yeah, and there's a weird sex ritual, by the way.
I saw my grandfather doing it. Grandpa, no.
This is a literal definition of Grandpa no.
Do you have any memories of your grandfather before the accident? Before your parents were killed?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Why?
Because I don't think he was your grandfather.
These are my parents. My brother.
And this is you, isn't it?
No, that's some other girl.
The entire family was killed. The mother, the father, the boy, 6. And the girl, 4.
You're actually a ghost.
On here. It's St. Clair.
If she was dead the whole time, I would lose my fucking mind.
Merovingian kings.
Sang royal.
Royal blood. I was so wrong. Sonia didn't want you to help guard the secret of the Holy Grail. Sophie, you are the secret. You survived the accident. If it even was an accident. The Priory found out. Somehow they concealed the fact that you were alive. They hit you with a Grand Master himself, who raised you as his own. According to all of this, Princess Sophie,
Non, c'est pas possible.
you are the heir. The end of the bloodline. You are the last living descendant
She has a secret child.
of Jesus Christ.
Just think of the number of grandparents out there saying, "When are you gonna have your kid? When are you gonna have a? When are you gonna have a child?"
You gotta carry on the bloodline of Jesus. Sorry, I'm just saying this is kind of all so stupid because the church would just be like, okay, sure, he had a kid. That doesn't make him not God. End of. They're acting like this would be some huge, like, world-shaking revelation.
I feel like it would be.
For Catholics.
Sure, but they would just say, well, he's still God. There's no way in any world that that would mean that everyone would be like, oh, well, Jesus wasn't the son of God now because he had a kid.
I don't think that's the question. I think
No, it is. That very much is. That is exactly what they're saying. That his immortality would be like called into question because he had a kid.
Oh, well, immortality is
The
one thing.
immortality is tied into him being God.
But I think they're talking about like the morality, the human side of morality. Like it would humanize him in a way that he had previously not been humanized.
That doesn't matter. So he was fully man and fully God. That's like in there. I'm just saying it would not change anything. They would sweep it under the rug and they would be like, yeah, it doesn't actually change anything.
Thank God you weren't the editor for Danny Boyle's.
Really? Because I think that it would not exist and then the world would be a better place.
The whole premise is stupid.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Start over.
And then start over again.
What is this?
What is this?
These are the other descendants of. You think there's just one?
Who are you?
There have been many names. The Keepers, Guardians, the Priory of Zion. But to you, Sophie, we are friends of the man who raised you, Fraxonier.
I was the woman he was having sex with.
In the freaky sex ritual.
Very much. And that the Priory are here to protect you now, as they have always protected our family. I gave you up once, knowing I might never see you again. I'm your grandmother, Sophie. I've prayed for this moment for a very long time. Welcome home, child.
Speaking of child,
Grandma. Yeah, when are you gonna have one, by the way?
breasts and eggs.
You need to carry on the bloodline.
Hey.
some things she wants to tell me about my family.
There's a book about your family.
What will you do? The legend will be revealed when the heir reveals himself.
You just got the pronoun wrong.
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
She said when Sonia died, he took the location of Mary's sarcophagus with him. So there's no way to empirically prove that I knew it.
Wow, so convenient.
What would you do, Robert?
You're telling me that this man who put together like 5 riddles while he was dying left no information or clue to the location of the sarcophagus, and that no one else in the entire organization has any idea or clue of where it is. These are the most poorly run organizations. Oh my god.
Okay, maybe there is no proof. Maybe the Grail is lost forever. But so,
What the fuck was the point of this movie?
what you believe. History shows us Jesus was an extraordinary man, a human inspiration. That's it. That's all the evidence has ever proved. But when I was a boy, when I was down in that well, teabing, told me
Uncle Teabag.
I thought I was going to get down, Sophie. What I did, I prayed.
Yeah, because you were raised Catholic, you fucking moron.
To Jesus. They kept me alive.
Oh my god.
So I could go to school again. So I could play with my dog. Sometimes I wonder if I wasn't alone down there. Why does it happen?
Sometimes I wonder if Jesus was just hanging out and letting me almost drown. You know? He was just being a pal and giving me a lifelong traumatic experience.
Your mother has the poster of Jesus.
Or divine.
Your mom would love this movie.
Oh my god.
Why couldn't Jesus have been a father and still be capable of all?
This is... What did I fucking say? What did I say?
Hey, you and Dan Brown are on the same page.
No! We're not!
That was the most offended she's ever sounded.
You're just 5 minutes ahead of the reveal on the
No,
movie.
no.
Are you okay? You were
I'm
so
not.
red.
I'm not okay. I'm really not okay.
How are you not okay when your
No,
thoughts have been
that's not-
validated on screen?
No, that's not what I said that that's what the church would say. I didn't say that his main self-insert character would the whole fucking time is just like a fucking religious shill to be like
She's mad when she's right.
She's so red.
I hate that this is how he ended this fucking movie. Again, the point that I was making.
To be fair, you did also hate how the movie started and every moment in
Sure.
between.
Absolutely. But the point that I was trying to make was that the whole thing was pointless because the church would have just swept it under the rug, because that's what the church does, right? Like, that's what religion does. I didn't want that point to be his point of the whole movie, because I was saying it from the perspective of that's how fucking awful and stupid the church is, that's what they would do. And then he was just like, that's what I think also as well.
So in your mind, is it that Dan Brown ripped you off?
No, it's the this whole movie, Robert Langdon has been like a little whiny bitch, like pretending like he like gets pagan stuff, but then being like
He doesn't.
but then being like Jesus. And then like say I fucking hate people like this that say like, "Oh, I'm not, I was raised Catholic or whatever." No, you're still a fucking like if you're that, then just admit that you're that, but don't spend the entire movie pretending like he's like this is frustrating. Okay, I'm just going to fucking just get rid of this and be done with it.
Like turning water into wine.
Well, his blood is your blood. Maybe that junkie in the park will never touch a drug.
Oh my god.
Maybe you healed my phobia with your hands.
And maybe your night in the
Michaela's gonna die.
She's so good at this.
Like, good at what? This is genuinely infuriating to
When
me.
she was rubbing his
No!
like, oh, she cured his phobia.
You were like, that dude in the park is about to do heroin, and they just gave him 50 euros and he left.
This is not what I wanted.
And now the screen itself is being like,
No, this is
There's the camera.
They're explicitly going, yeah, everything Michaela commented
This
on.
is not what I wanted. This is not.
You're getting it though.
No. I was saying all of that sarcastically and stupidly because it was bad, and I didn't want them to be like, "Oh yeah, Jesus had a kid, but he actually was also God, and you healed my fucking phobia with your hands." I need this to be over.
You need to give Dan Brown more credit.
It's like you want me to pick up all of this equipment and throw it directly at you.
The living descendant of Jesus Christ. Would she destroy faith?
Ah!
She.
Wait till you see where the sarcophagus of Mary Magdalene is.
I don't even want to think about that. I don't want to talk about it. I fucking hate this. Genuinely, I don't think I have ever been angrier watching something. This is worse than Xmas.
She got really mad at Xmas, but she's definitely mad at
I
now.
am incensed over this. Ian McKellen was right. Sorry.
Thanos, Killmonger, Teabag.
Teabing was right. Uncle Teabag was correct. How can the end of this movie be this is exactly like the fucking Christmas movie that Curtis just talked about, where they're like, it wasn't my plan. It wasn't what God wanted for me. And they're trying to be all subtle about it. And like,
I don't know that they're really trying to be all subtle about it, I'll be honest. He did literally just explicitly say, sometimes I wonder if Jesus was in the well with me.
But they didn't do that until the end of this fucking movie. They went through this whole thing of being like, we have this secret, and this whole puzzle trail leads to the secret that Jesus actually was married to Mary Magdalene and had a child, and that somehow sort of erases his divinity or whatever the fuck. And then at the very end, the whole time, he's just like, actually, Jesus. that is the end of this
verbatim. Those are exactly
movie.
the words he would use. Michaela, I mean, we gotta see where the sarcophagus is.
I fucking hate this.
So again, I say, is what you believe.
Thank you
For
for
what?
bringing me here. For letting him choose you, Sir Robert.
Also, actually, yeah, there has been 0 point that Robert Langdon should have been involved in this. Literally, precisely none.
APPLE, baby.
He gets home and the sarcophagus is in his apartment.
I would actually like that.
That would be ridiculous.
That would end this on a better note than whatever the fuck this is.
Oh, I've been using it as a coffee table.
You take care.
APPLE. Apple.
Yes. Yes.
This guy who was like, maybe it was the pagans actually that started everything. We don't know. We don't know. It could have been the pagans.
Just saying.
Just it's when a religious person drapes themselves in like
Both
history,
Also,
logic.
if
Oh,
we are
I
gonna-
actually like I'm an expert in paganism.
If we are
and
gonna
then
dis-
at the end of the day, my Christianity is still correct.
If we are going to discuss
Fuck you.
paganism as an umbrella, also, pagans absolutely do not start fights. The vast majority of pagan sects are pacifists.
Just genuinely fuck you for that. That's the shit that I cannot stand. When like he said, be fucking overtly religious. If you're gonna be religious, then just go for it. I would much rather that than you sit here and pretend like, oh, this character is an expert in pagan symbology, and then he's just fucking Christian the whole time. And at the end, he's like, Jesus. We tricked you. It was a Christian movie the whole time.
He's going to kiss her forehead. Christianity. They're
Yeah.
not married yet.
No. Maybe I'll do better with the wine.
Godspeed.
Can you pause it? We have already seen the location of the sarcophagus.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know where it is?
I think I feel like I do.
I'm too angry to think. And I don't fucking give a shit.
If only there was a descendant of Jesus here to stop the bleeding. Oh my god.
That's a lot of blood, sir.
That is a lot of blood.
I'm sorry, what was that supposed to mean? The line?
His own book.
Oh my god. He has an eidetic memory, but he has to look in
He
his
said he
own
pretty
book?
much has an eidetic memory. He's not quite, but
Not
I pretty
quite
much
for
remember what
something
I see.
he wrote? God. I hate this shit so much. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
At this point, I'd be like, hey, secret societies, can one of y'all pay for my hotel, please? I've been through a lot.
They don't have the money for that.
Then honestly, truly, what is the goddamn point?
There isn't one. That is the point of this whole movie.
The Holy Grail, the ancient Rosalind waits. Adorned in Master's loving art, she lies.
Subtle.
Hmm.
Very subtle.
The blade and chalice, guarding horror gates.
And he's just gonna keep this shit to himself.
Would the heir destroy faith?
Because fucking Robert Langdon is the arbiter of all history.
She rests at last beneath starry skies.
Michaela has never looked more homicidal than Michaela looks right now.
Hey,
Like, I'm a little afraid.
You should be.
Jacques was the curator of the Louvre.
And that didn't tip anyone off to anything ever?
Oh my god. I don't like there aren't even words to describe the fact that they spent this whole fucking movie talking about how kneeling at the tomb of Mary Magdalene is like something for all oppressed people, for women, for people of color. And the white man is going to go do that and then not tell any fucking person about it.
We don't know that.
We sure do. We absolutely do. Isn't there's a sequel. Holy shit, that was bad. Hey? That was bad.
Have you looked at the IMDb trivia yet?
When would I have done
Sometimes you do.
that?
It's the kind of movie that your mother would come out of the theater and call you on the way home and say, "You need to
I
go
nailed
see
this, right? When I was like, her mom would love this.
Actually, she wouldn't. Just for your information, this kind of shit was considered sacrilege when it came out.
Oh my
for
god,
me,
they
so.
really did use the actual Louvre. I'm so upset that they used the actual Louvre. To protect both the fabric of the building and the works of art it contains, the production's use of the Louvre Museum in Paris was carefully controlled. For instance, no equipment was allowed inside the Louvre during the opening hours, so filming took place at night. Since the crew were not permitted to shine light on the Mona Lisa, a replica was used to film instead. No blood or mysterious writings were permitted on the wooden floor of the museum.
No shit.
So these scenes were shot at Pinewood Studios outside London. In the end, 5 replicas of the Mona Lisa were used. Officials from Westminster Abbey refused to allow filming to take place in the Abbey, claiming that the book is, quote, theologically unsound. Instead, the filming took place at Lincoln Cathedral in Eastern England. I guess they had no problem with it.
Our audio recording is approaching hour number 4.
Oh my god.
That's a bit disturbing.
3 hours and 48 minutes.
Well, that's only an hour longer than the movie was.
An hour pausing.
So that's not terrible. I'm fucking crying. Reunites Jean Reno and Ian McKellen. They starred in other movie released on the same year, Flushed Away.
Ron Howard's first envisioned choice for the role of Robert Langdon was Bill Paxton. Paxton was interested but turned down because of scheduling conflicts. Russell Crowe was then seriously considered, but ultimately Howard decided on his longtime friend Tom Hanks for the role. They also considered Ralph Fiennes, Hugh Jackman, and George Clooney.
I hate this trivia. The name Sophie means wisdom. Sophie will need wisdom in her choices, given her newly found calling.
Hey, Michaela.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hate this smug motherfucker.
I already do.
Dan Brown named character Sir Lee Teabing after two of the authors, Richard Lee and Michael Begent, of the book Holy Blood, Holy Grail. Lee is the surname of Richard Lee, and Teabing is an anagram of the surname Begent. Lee and Begent unsuccessfully attempted to sue Brown for copyright infringement.
Oh my god. He's such an asshole.
Okay, I know I was joking about the Paul Bettany method actor shit, even though we know he does that. The self-chastening scene of Silas had to be done in one take using different camera angles because Paul Bettany actually whipped himself to make it more realistic.
Oh my god.
An extra camera was pointed at his feet that cramped with real pain.
Do you have any final words?
Fuck this movie. Fuck Dan Brown.
Near the end of the movie's trailer, the word seek in the phrase seek the truth is highlighted.